securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great. So happy to see you guys joining for this amazing learning session. Today and tomorrow, this is going to be absolutely action-packed learning session. Sorry, just give me a minute. Sorry about it. Swati just called me for confirming that I'm live or not. So let me get a quick confirmation from all of you that you guys are able to hear me, see me. Vikram Bhai, thank you. Anand, Naveen, Uday, Rajiv, Dinesh. All right, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Uh, So I'm getting confirmation from most of you that you are able to hear me. Now let me briefly touch on to this point that if in case you face any issue with respect to voice or audio, first thing first, make sure that you check your mic or your video facility because most of the time it is working fine with us. But having said that, you can post your problem in the question panel and I'm sure that my team will be there real time with us to guide you if the problem persists. So this is going to be great learning session today and tomorrow, and I'm going to be with you guys for both the sessions, and I'm going to be learning as well because all these 6 speakers are awesome, very genuine people, and the learning which you're going to get from all 6 of them is going to be amazing. But before we call our first speaker, Pramal Parekh, let me welcome someone from Kotak Securities to come and just chat with me because Kotak has something extremely unique offering for active traders. And because most of you guys who have joined for this session are active traders, I would like to believe that way. I would like to welcome Ashish Nanda to have a very short 10-minute conversation with me and where we discuss about what are the things we can expect from Kotak and how Kotak can help a trader in his journey of making money from the market. Hello, Ashish ji. How are you?
Hi Vivek, real pleasure talking to you. It's always a
Good
pleasure,
morning.
I think, working with you and no different today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words, and I'm sure that my learners will get a lot of inputs from you. We have a very short time to talk about what should we expect from Kotak. Obviously, one of the greatest thing Kotak has done is investing in our company. So thank you so much for that first. But that obviously gives an indirect benefit to the trader community. But what about direct benefit? So क्या हम लोग के पास है? What are the things as Kotak we can offer to the trading community?
Um, so thanks Vivek, thanks for giving me a chance to connect with all your investors and all. So first of all, Vivek, I think there is the reason why we have invested into your company is because your company gives an opportunity to the entire investor community on learning. So I'm saying both your products, eLearn Markets and Stock Edge, I think both are phenomenal products. I've been a user of these products for quite some time, and I think what you bring on the table is knowledge, and we wanted to partner somebody on the knowledge side, and I think we didn't find anybody better than you to partner. So thank you very much for providing the kind of platform that you've provided for all the investors. Coming to the direct benefit, I think we've been in this business for about 20 years, but we haven't seen the kind of disruption the broking industry has seen over the last 4, 5, 6 years. Vivek, क्या होता है? Initially there is a denial, ये क्या कर लेंगे? But actually, what happens is suddenly disruption comes. There's a point when disruption comes suddenly, and COVID has helped kind of fasten the pace. Because investors have been sitting at home and probably this was one area where they could explore things on the internet, know other investors, and they've got into it. Last 1.5, 2 years, I think the pace of growth of investors into the broking industry has been phenomenal. what we acquired in last so many 20 years, 30 years. I think last 2 years we acquired as many investors into the community. So yes, things have changed. At Kotak, I think we are changing with the times as well. Broadly, what, in my understanding, the three things which an investor wants. One is knowledge, where you come into the picture. I think nothing, what you've built is a phenomenal. Second is pricing, and third is platform. Platform, with what platform I mean is technology, surveys, I think whatever goes with it. So these are the three areas we are working on. On pricing, as you know, currently for a trader, we are amongst the lowest in the industry. Our brokerage in our trade-free plan, broadly the trade-free plan is what we call the product. We do not charge any brokerage on the intraday side. And broadly, you also would know that bulk of the trading in the markets is intraday. So agar aap options lete ho, 80% of the volumes is intraday. If you take cash, again 70 to 75% of the volume is intraday. Delivery and carry forward is about a smaller portion of the market. So this is one space where we tell the customers that we will not charge you anything, and not just brokerage. There is no interest as well, because these positions are intraday positions, and interest is only charged on end of day positions. Somebody comes,
Right.
trades with me intraday, there is no cost at all. So I think that is a big one that we bring to the table. And again, on technology, we are doing a lot of work. We haven't done work on technology the way we are doing now. I don't mind saying that we were caught napping a bit initial years, but I think last 2 years we have done a lot on, and I think over the next 6 months you will see change in what we do on the technology side and on the service side as well. Product has improved immensely over the last 6 months, I think, but we have a long way to go.
Yeah, true. And my relationship with Kotak has been not recently. I've been using Kotak account for more than 10 years now. And I vouch for the research, the quality of research, the focus, and the integrity of research. I think the most important thing in the research is that you are doing what you are supposed to do right for the investors. There is no conflict between institution research and retail research. And now the more I'm getting to know about your research team, I'm meeting you people, I'm realizing the kind of integrity people are there. So people, anyone who is looking forward to more of a research-based service or research-based intermediary, I think Kotak really, really stands out from any other intermediary. But there is, some people are saying that, we want to go live with Pramal sir, we are losing time. Don't worry, Pramal is going to take 2 hour session. So just give me 5 minutes, because, it's such an honor for me to talk to my peer group in Kotak and share with you what they have been offering. Because transaction cost, I've recorded in one of the videos also recently that loss, we always worry about profit, we don't think about loss. And transaction cost is such an important part of loss. At the end of the month, when you see your statement, why are you paying so much transaction cost? Even if it's 20 rupees, what's the point of paying that? So if you are an intraday trader, this is the best platform, no doubt about it. And from a technology perspective, I've seen Kotak growing on a quarter to quarter basis, new things. In fact, Kotak has recently launched Neo, right? Is it fully operational, Neo platform?
No, Vivek, it is still in beta stage. So Neo platform, which comes along with the Nest trading terminal. We have recently launched the website for the Neo terminal as well. So now the stack is kind of complete. We are still waiting for our APIs to get rolled out. So this stack, I think, should be complete by about 31st of March, and then we are raring to go. So hopefully,
Superb.
yeah.
Superb. And one more.
One more thing I just wanted to add. All this thing is a lot of young investors coming to us and kind of also telling us कि आपका इंट्राडे तो ठीक है, इंट्राडे तो ठीक है, डेरिवेटिव भी ठीक है, आप डिलीवरी का रेट आपका थोड़ा slightly on the higher side. So I'm very happy to also share with you. Last week we launched a new plan, and this plan is predominantly for the youth and to kind of all Gen Z millennial crowd. What we are saying is, if you are under the age of 30,
okay,
you have to pay. So it's a 2-year plan. Pay $499 annually, and there is no brokerage. So $499.
Oh, what are you saying?
499 across segments, whether it is delivery, whether it is cash intraday, currency, commodity, derivatives. There is no brokerage. There is just a one-time 499 charge. We went on with a soft launch last week. So once you go on our platform and open an account, you now get a two option if you are under 30. The one is a trade-free plan, and one is this plan which clients can opt for. This was going on for some time. Generally, Gen Z crowd, they are new. They just first job that they are taking up, getting out of college. So transaction cost makes a big component of the cost then when they go to buy. So I think this is a specific plan we have launched, and lots more to come from. I think pricing is one thing we are very conscious about.
Awesome, awesome. So guys, if you are millennials or youngster teenagers at home who want to experiment with the market with small capital and still don't want to get burdened with heavy transaction costs, get them opened an account with Kotak under 30. And this 399 or 499 you just mentioned, is it inclusive of demat charges or they separate demat charges as well?
So Vivek, broadly, there are three costs that the client will have to pay. One is this 499, which takes care of the entire brokerage that he has to pay.
Yeah.
The other two costs is one is interest in case he kind of takes a position and probably pays a little late. So that is the other cost. And third is demat charges. So DP charge is 20 rupees per transaction in this plan. So broadly, that is how the plan is. And there is an annual charge of 50 rupees as well. So we cover brokerage with 499, but yeah, DP charges and interest cost, which is separate, will be there. On the interest side also, I think we've done we have done something very interesting. There is a plan which we launched about 3 months back, which we call Trade Free Max plan. While the general rate of interest is very high, we charge 8.74% rate of interest. We are bringing it down to 7.75 effective Monday.
Okay.
So I'm saying a lot of people who kind of take small positions, leverage in a little bit. So I'm saying for them, we are also interest is one cost which everybody is bothered about. So at 7.75%, which we plan to bring Monday, broadly Monday, otherwise on Tuesday, I think it will be the lowest in the industry as well.
Okay, superb. So just small thing, will you allow, do you allow deep OTM buying? I think this is one question which everyone wants to get an answer, because that's where the problem is with some brokers. Do you allow deep OTM buying?
Vivek, when we started, when we launched trade free plan, no, हमने trade free plan तो launch कर दिया, सोचा कि zero है तो सब अपने पास आ जाएंगे, and not looking at what product we offer. We used to offer very thin OTM strikes, so it was about 7.5%. We currently allow about 19% variation from ATM. So if just to give easy understanding, if the Nifty is at 20,000, I wish it will be 20,000 some time to come. From 16,200 to 23,800, we provide all the OTM strikes. So among the largest in the industry currently.
Sure. So thank you, Ashish ji. Thank you for this lovely gift. So under 30 mil gaya and intraday mil gaya. So guys, if you are using any other broker, do consider Kotak. It's a very good reputed brand. By the way, stockage or Kotak ka integration bhi chal raha hai. So hopefully by this year we should be able to do that as well. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. Thank you, Ashish ji. Now is the time for all of us to learn. I hope you're going to join us for this amazing learning session by Pramal Bhai.
Absolutely. Thanks, Vivek. Real pleasure, and looking forward to a great 2 days of learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashish ji. Thank you. So hey guys, so thank you so much for your patience. I mean, it's very special for me to talk about Kotak, because they have I have huge regard for Uday Kotak, and I really admire him, and the fact that they've invested in me, it really gives me a proud feeling. I hope for all ELM learners as well, it's a proud feeling that your entity, it's your company, by the way, it's not my company, your company has been recognized by a company like Kotak. Now let's go to Pramal Bhai, my elder brother, someone who I'm really looking forward to always in my life. I'll tell you one thing, if one person I call, when I'm in any kind of negativity or distress or anything, it's Pramal Parekh, because he's a bundle of positivity, and he know exactly what to do when things are wrong. And his strategy of relative strength is exactly the same, which doesn't allow you to go wrong. And if at all you go wrong, then he has this amazing ways of managing that strategy, which protects you from going wrong. So I have no words to talk about Pramal Parekh. I'm actually very small when I have to speak about him. I met him first in Ahmedabad a couple of years ago, when I was lucky that he hosted me for a lunch. We interacted for almost 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and he speaks a lot, by the way. बहुत बात करते हैं, बट ठीक है, बोर नहीं हुए, क्योंकि बात सारी इंटरेस्टिंग करते हैं, पते की करते हैं. So after that long conversation, I told him that you are not doing justice of being there only in Ahmedabad and doing what we are doing. You should spread this knowledge across the country, remotest part of the country. Every household should know the power of RS. And why I liked his, because he has an approach of RS. मैं भी RS बहुत सालों से practice कर रहा हूँ. मेरा एक अलग approach था, प्रमल भाई ने अलग approach दिया. Obviously, I have also matured as a better RS trader after I met him. And I have no doubt in saying this to you in public platform that yes, I am a better trader thanks to Pramal Parekh, and I want all of you to become better trader, amazing trader, after you go through all these sessions of Pramal Parekh. And I wish all of you eventually will join this amazing RS Warrior family we have built. The intent is very clear, to empower you. There is no other motive of any of us. Okay, the intent is very clear, and with such a nominal cost of exercise, I'm sure that you are finding value in this initiative. Thank you. I will not take much time now. I know I have wasted your precious moments, but this is the moment which we have been waiting for. Let me invite Pramal Bhai, Pramal Parekh. Pramal Bhai, are you there? Yes, we can't see you, but we know that you are here.
Okay, I think there is something wrong with the webcam, I think.
Yeah, the webcam is showing. Yeah. I can see the same frame with the same cut and color, the same wallpaper behind when I first recorded with you. Yeah, you're so the
What
same person.
changes, Vivekji, what changes is the approach to practice RS and practice
Yes.
it better. So here I am, today I am here.
Pramal bhai, this side. Yes. Look at me here in the camera. Camera mein, idhar. हाँ, बरोबर.
So here I am today again doing my fourth webinar. Yes, the first one was in Hindi, second was in September, we did in English, then we did one in March, and this is my fourth webinar. And I still remember those times when the first webinar was been, launched, and you asked me that पहल भाई आरएस का वेबिनार करो, और मुझे लग रहा था कि किसको इंटरेस्ट होगा मुझे लग रहा था शायद 100-200 लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा एनरोल होंगे इसके लिए, क्योंकि आरएस वाज एज अ कांसेप्ट never taken seriously in our country, and US and other countries तो कब से इसको यूज कर रहे. So always I felt that this is something which was underutilized over here for many years, and suddenly you came into the picture, and those RS scans which came for the first time into the stockage application. Oh my God, I don't remember. I mean, I remember that day. Literally goosebumps for me the day I saw the first two scans getting incorporated in stockage. I have no words to thank you for that, and all credit to you and your team. Yes.
Pramal bhai, your video is lagging. I guess there is some internet issue. So what you can do is, just to save us from bandwidth issue, we can switch off the video if you want, because it looks like there is some internet issue. So, I mean, you can share the screen and switch off the webcam if you are fine with it, because internet is not very good out there.
I have switched off. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it is better. At least we are not able to see the lag. But yes, so Pramal bhai, I don't want to waste your time further because we are so keen to learn from you. We will take other things offline because मैंने already काफी time consume कर लिया सबका. So चलिए conceptual discussion में बस उतर जाते.
Absolutely, absolutely. So a warm welcome to all of you. I know you have been anxiously waiting for it, and I have prepared a lots and lots of things for you जो आज मैं disclose करने वाला हूँ. Mostly I will try to converse in English because I know some of you are from the south of our country and not very conversant with Hindi. But yes, obviously we have some people who are looking forward to Hindi. So whenever there is some discussion which needs an interpretation also to be mentioned in Hindi, I will speak that same thing which I have explained in English in Hindi also. Please pardon me for that because I know that I have to do justice to both the community who speak either Hindi or English, and so it is very eminent that people who are watching me today doing what I am going to show you all, everybody tries to get the maximum out of what I am trying to show you all. Coming to the today's webinar, we are not going to take ARS and SRS discussions into our consideration as on today, because already in the past two webinars I have explained in depth about how to plot them, how to use them, and how to practice RS using ARS and SRS. For some of you who have not seen these webinars, I strongly recommend that you see that webinar. Most importantly, see the September 2020 webinar. It's a 3-hour session, but you will get in-depth understanding of how to practice RS the way I use it with ARS and SRS. Unless and until you have that foundation laid inside you, it will be a little bit complicated for you to understand further. But still, I will try as simple as what I can today, so that most of you can understand, even if you have not done that webinar. But again, it is strongly recommended that you at least see it once before you progress to this webinar whenever somebody is purchasing a recording or anything, because I have to take a step forward. And every time if I take 2 steps backward, it will take time to understand and show everything to everyone. So it's a little complicated to do things when backstepping is required. But yes, definitely people who know it, who have practiced RS, who have experienced RS, they are going to get a great knowledge enhancement today with some of the tools which are exclusively designed for you. And these tools, even I didn't have access 2-3 weeks back, and I used to do things manually, but by the sheer luck of me having Niranjan Sarkar with me on the group, we know him by the name of Bharat Trader, and we are using his design tools often in our analysis. I was able to put my ideas into practical application, and a tool was successfully designed which can help you understand whether the stock is clearly in demand or in supply. Now coming to the first thing which I want to take is India VIX. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes,
Vivekji?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
pretty much visible.
So, yes. So as you all can see, India VIX I have plotted on my trading view, and you will see that there are 3 vertical bars which I have plotted. One is 25th June, second is 16th September, and third is 26th November. So often, people have a lot of confusions about VIX. Like, sir, VIX is high. What should be the strategy? Is the market going to crash? Should we book out and exit all our positions? These are the kind of questions I often see from many RS warriors. Now, please understand this very clearly. VIX doesn't indicate a fall or rise on index. Okay, VIX just tries to measure the fear a participant in general, the majority of the participants in general are experiencing about the market's near-term future. Okay, so what happens is institutional investors who have crores and billions of portfolios, they would always want that there is uncertainty prevailing in the market, and they would like some of the portfolio positions to be hedged. And for that, whenever I have seen them buying active puts into the system, which are for hedging purposes, not naked puts, for hedging, the VIX starts to shoot up. Okay, now in general, I've gone on RSORS also mentioning this quite often, but I'm taking this time live so that new participants who enroll in future and who take this recording can clearly understand how to classify market scenarios. When the VIX is below 14, anything below 14 level, as you can see over here, there is one line which I plotted, which is roughly around 13.70. So, around 14 levels. This is the best time, below 14 zone is the best time when the bulls go all out in investing into the market. This is my years of experience which I have seen, and this is the case where there is the least volatility into the market. So the movements are pretty normal. Either they are trending on the upside or they are just taking calm for some days and then again trending back and things like that. So the least uncertain phase is when the VIX is below 14. All of the RS warriors. See, here we are going to discuss 3 different cricket pitches. My love for cricket, and I always talk in terms of cricket because it is easy for Indians to understand, for me to understand how a batsman bats every time he goes into the pitch. Okay, so the first thing is under 14, you have a pitch which is full opportunity for the batsman, which is full opportunity, as we say, for the bulls, and they will go all out investing big money into the market when the VIX is floating below 14. Okay, second important thing, it might go up to 8, 9, 10, whatever levels, but then eventually 14, 15 is the barometer until which the bulls are safe. Okay, second pitch is a pitch which is a little bouncy because the batsman does have an opportunity, but then the balls can suddenly bounce up, and the big bounce can make you get caught out or injury to your head, things like that. So that zone is when 14, 15 is crossed right up to the level of 18 or 19. Okay, as you can see in this, the period between 16 September and 26 November, this was the period where this kind of a cricket pitch prevailed. A pitch which was kind of 50-60% for the batsmen, 40-45% for the bowlers, and eventually the ones who are smarter, they would win. Otherwise, most of the people are a little shaky about investing big money into the market when the VIX is floating in this zone. Okay, so these are the first 2 zones, and the last zone, as you can see over here on 26th November, when this big spike came into the market, eventually there was a huge spike in the VIX, and the VIX closed around the level of 20. So when actually the VIX starts drifting above 17, 18 levels up to a maximum level of 25 and even sometimes 30 plus, but that's very rare. But normally between 18, 19 and 25, these are the levels where extreme uncertainty phase kind of scenario prevails, and no more long-term investors, big money investors who are institutionals, they want to really deploy hard their investments into stock market at this point. Okay, and what happens is psychology makes them do this, because when the market turns volatile, nobody wants to risk big money, and because of the intraday movements on both the sides, people feel a little shaky, and that's when the bulls are not very confident of putting more money. So all in all, it's more about psychology, and as this 3 zones keep shifting, the psychology of the market changes. It's like the pitch on which the cricketer gets to do the batting, it changes, and depending on the VIX zone, we need to decide upon where actually we want to keep our money and what percentage. Okay, to me, I would say that when the first zone is there, I would say like 100% into stock market investments and no cash. If it shifts to the upper zone, and then in the second zone when it starts moving, I would at least take out 30% or 20% of my investments and be in cash by that 20-30%. And here on the upper zone, when the VIX crosses the 18-19 zone, ideally I would be like 60% or 50% in the market and the balance in cash. Okay, but then yes, if you have the acumen to swiftly react to positions and conditions, this zone is very high risk zone where the volatility can be high. But then if one is smart to react instantly to the developments happening around, then possibly big money can be deployed. And yes, because of the volatility, sometimes the gains also are pretty good. But then you need to be an expert in controlling your risk when the VIX is in this zone. Okay, this is what in general I see the VIX for, and these are the 3 zones which I would recommend all the RS warriors, all the people who practice RS to practice and invest depending on the zone where we stand and invest into the market. This is just an idea which I want to give to all of you so that the clarity of VIX comes to your mind, and how I use myself VIX for my investing, that becomes clear to you. Now, everybody has a different approach. Different people, different experts might have a different approach approaching VIX and the way they invest, but that's their own discretion, and we all have our own discretion. This is my analysis which I placed you, and you might want to go this way. This will help you a lot in practicing RS better, depending on the pitch where the batsman is going to bat. Okay, so this is done for the weeks now. Let me have a sip of water, please. Yeah. Second important, small utility, but a very important utility. Now, I have seen many people struggling often with finding whether the stock is, a right point of entry where we should start accumulating it or not. For people who are really finding it still tough after we have this static and adaptive RS, see over here, just like for the examples, we are taking this stocks Triveni Engineering, and what we are seeing is on 13th April 2021, the RS turned positive on our ARS SRS strategy, and post that it has stayed positive as on today. There's no single event where it has gone negative. But this is for the people who were here and they were tracking this strategy in April and they were invested into the stock. Now when the stock moves over here, which is like 10th of June, and the price is 227, and there is a fresh breakout at around 4th October around the same price, and then again there is a up move. So it's very difficult for new inexperienced people to enter in this zone, because already a run up has happened and the stock is moving sideways and then again trying to break out. But there is a small utility which is cups. Okay, I will show you. You go to, I've added that to my favorites, and I use it often for my analysis. Cup finder, this is the name. Okay, somebody named Lonesome, I don't see the full name, but somebody this name. Maybe I will take you to the page actually where this strategy has been placed by some. Yes, it's some Lonesome W, some person name, and he has designed a small utility which is very, very effective, which is what we call as cup. Okay, cup finder, and I will explain you how I use it and how I use it effectively. So maybe if you like to, after listening to what I'm going to explain, you can use it to find good, strong support zones from which a stock is scaling up. Okay, I normally have this one is the volatility contraction band, which I have shown you earlier also, and we often use it for our analysis today also. In many stocks on the group, we have discussions about this, so I'm not going to discuss this. But this is the another one, which is CF, which is the cups, and which I also often use to confirm whether the actual strength has come into the counter. And as you can see, when I activate this, I see this. What is this? The first cup formation is seen over here in this zone. Cup is a kind of, the cup and handle kind of a pattern which we normally discuss in technical analysis. So this is that sort of a formula where, a series of candles form in a form of a cup. That might not be the exact representation, but if you see this, you can see that there is a cup. And see, once the cup's base is formed and the green zone, the tick line, the upper line, when that's taken out, we see a huge strong up move in the price of the stock. Okay, again a second cup is formed over here, as you can see. And then recently, after the formation out of the cup on 4th January, the stock has started to uptrend. Okay, so I've sorted many such stocks where this kinds of cups are visible, and whenever you activate, I mean, you have an idea which you want to explore, and you want to make sure that you are near the base, or whether the stock is after a run up making a base and then proceeding to a newer journey. That kind of cases can definitely be considered with the help of this tool, this small utility which you can add to your trading. Keep it off when you are not actually going to use it, but then on and off is a very simple click away in TradingView. And whenever you need it, you can use it cups. This is the way. This is one formation, uptrend. This is again a formation, huge uptrend. Okay. Now the cup can also be on the reverse side. I will show you some stocks again where the reverse side cups are formation happens and the stock falls huge. They will also come. So let's explore some of this and you will get a better idea. See here in Finotech Chemical, which is one of the strong RS stocks. You can see RS crossed 5th of November 2020, and since then it has never gone into negative zone. And every time it makes a fresh up move. Here it made an up move. There is a cup formation. There is an up move. There is a cup formation. There is an up move. There is a cup formation, and then again it is drifting upside. So as you can see, there are 3 different cups. So see, if you really missed on entering into a position when the RS crossover happened, what you can do is ideally you wait for a cup formation to happen somewhere in the future, and whenever you see this cup formation and the cup formation being taken out, see, being taken out cup formation is your position where the least risk reward prevails for you. So your risk reward is at the best, and you can enter into a position even after 1 stage, 2 stage, or 3 stage, as you can see in this particular stock. No risk, 0 risk, or maybe a low risk, but it's a good opportunity to invest. Century Ply, I can see 2 cups. I mean, I can go on and on. We can discuss around 30-40 stocks, but then there are many things which I want to show you all today. So just for the sake of the concept, I am taking this. All you have to do is go inside your TradingView and get this cups formation, cups finder into your favorites list, and keep it on your analysis. Whenever you want, you can activate, deactivate, and you can find the base formations. Okay. Let me try to get one. Yes. Now see this. This is a reverse cup. As you can see on info, this is a reverse cup. But the cup wasn't broken down. Okay. So it's same. And then it's tried to again pull back, and then it drifted above, and then that the real the cup, bullish cup formation is happening. There is an up move. There was one more cup. It didn't sustain. It's now turning back. And then when this again reverse cup was broken away, what happens is there is a big slide. There is a pullback up to this level where this cup actually had its the bottom formation. It pull backs and then it again starts to drift low. So cups help you to identify on both the sides. It's not that just for the bullish part, it's for also for the bearish part, wherein you can clearly identify zones which will help you to actually find out whether I should initiate a long in this position or not. Shorts, obviously some FO stocks you can, but as I always have recommended that please don't go naked shorts ever in future options. They are an instrument which can distract you big time. If you take leverage, you have to understand the responsibility of taking a leverage, and leverage, if it gives you big money, it also takes big money. One should be prepared for it. Okay, so use it wisely. There are some more 20-30 stocks which I can show you all, but I want to go to the next topic. If you all want, I will show you this what list on RS Warriors of the cups which I have the scripts sorted. In general, I have seen out of 10, 6 stocks have some cup formation happening. somewhere or the other. Okay, it's just a matter of clicking it and finding out whether there are opportunities which confirm this kind of formations, which really can help you get a very good entry point into a stock when even after a run-up or even after a correction, you can play it short if you are doing a FO trade. Okay, so that's how you use it. This is what I wanted to show you about cups and wicks. We are done, and now I am coming to the third small thing. Recently, you all know we have a core group of RS warriors, some of the most active RS members who, not only give me huge inputs each day of our market, but also we share our ideas of stocks which we discover, and then we have a great conversation of how actively RS can be taken forward. So recently it happened so that one of our lady RS warriors, who is a part of this group, every single day from the trading view, she would post on that group sectors which perform for the day. I mean, the sectors which stood strong, sectors from which maximum number of good liquid stocks turned positive in spite of market being downtrending or sideways. And obviously, if it's uptrend, then the more number of stocks will come into the scans. But this was what we were practicing lately around 2 weeks back. And then one of the members, whose name is Aman, he came up with something which was suddenly, worth taking into consideration. And we found something which is of very great utility to all of us who practice RS in finding sectors early. Sectors early means which sectors are picking up. If you practice this method, which I'm going to show you next, and you do it daily EOD basis at least once, I'm sure in next 2-3 months you will be a big time expert in finding sectors which are going to move forward even before the sector is turned RS positive. That's the power of this strategy. But then practice makes you perfect, and that's always what I've recommended to all of you, that please give time, at least 1 hour a day. If you can give more time, it is better, but at least 1 hour a day to practice RS strategy. I can speak for hours and hours for many webinars. I can take things forward as long as I want, but then what ultimately carves out of you will be depending on the practice which you put each day of your life to practice RS and get better at investing. Okay, so coming to that thing which I want to tell, now this is a good 4-point scan on stockage which the young generation of that particular admin group which we have has created. They tried and tested this, and these are the 4 points which we should take for our for finding out stocks which performed for the day. As you can see, we have the both RS and SRS above 0, which is a statutory mandatory things. As we practice RS the way I use it, and then we have 15 weeks, 52 weeks within it, crossing it, and high trade and delivery quantity. Now what happens is, when you have this 4 and you go to stocks, I will remove this major stocks, and I would rather pick a filter which takes NSE stocks. Okay, some might want based on market cap. So if you like, you can keep 1,000, 10,000 CR or 10,000 CR and above as your preferences. But I particularly like NSE stocks because over 80% of the stocks on NSE have good liquidity. 20% obviously are circuit to circuit stocks with low liquidity, which have to be ruled out any day. But as long as liquidity is there, out of 10, if 8 stocks have liquidity, then NSE stocks list is pretty good. And then what yesterday's results are saying is these are the stocks which are fitting somewhere. The perfect match are the ones, as you are all using stockage, you will see these are the perfect match stocks, and then there are almost there which will have either of the 4 conditions, 3 or 2 matching up, so they will come down in the list, and so forth, so on and so forth. So you have been taught by our Captain Vivek ji how to download this into an Excel sheet, which I'm going to do next. Then I have this daily sector watch downloaded. Okay, I double click on that. And I have all these scripts, okay, around 51 scripts which have come. What comes with this data is the sector name, which makes great sense to us, okay. And what you need to do is you select this whole area. Okay, we have the selected, okay, and we go to insert pivot table, and I'm sorry, recommended pivot tables. And what we do is we pick this as count of the stock name by sector name. Okay, this is what I want you to select when you have recommended pivot tables. And then you click on OK, and this is huge. I mean, just see the data's power. Yesterday's data shows that out of the 45 stocks, agriculture had 5 stocks which fit that parameter which we have. Capital goods had 3 stocks, chemical had 3 stocks, finance has 4 stocks. Okay, iron and steel, media and entertainment. Now there are 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2 also in some of this, textiles, tradings. But what I see best is number 4 counts finance and agriculture. Okay. Now what? See, this concludes that yesterday, in spite of the market being lackluster, sideways, whatever happened, I mean, we at the end of the day, some people might even be bored with the lackluster movement we saw yesterday. But then the important thing is, what's the outcome of yesterday's market? And this is clearly seen in this, that agriculture stocks, which are 5 stocks, which showed that there was strength in them, there was buying in them, and they are showing great deliveries with actual trading volumes, okay, which is very important. So if you are an investor who is looking for opportunities for fresh investments, this might be a probable sector which you want to consider for your investments. I'm not telling go tomorrow and buy it on Monday, the first thing, first agriculture stock which is strong, so on and so forth. What I'm telling is make a list of all these daily things, and maybe if 4 or 5 trading sessions you do this, and then there is some sector which is showing consistent strength. Tomorrow on Monday after post market, if you are getting agriculture, another 4 stocks, then Tuesday you are getting another 3 stocks. So all in all, what you are saying is agriculture is standing tall. Every time you make this small utility for your use, and then suddenly you come to know that yes, I should focus on agriculture stocks on priority. That's the way we identify sectors early. This can also help you to identify sectors which are about to turn RS positive even before they are RS positive. Okay, so all credits to my young team who are giving me these ideas. And this was not the initial part of my webinar which I was going to cover, but Aman's effort, Preeti ma'am's daily initiative to actually take out this data from TradingView, and suddenly we got this from Excel sheets which we download from Stockage application. That helped us a lot to scale this idea. I would personally want to thanks to Braj, Harsh, Manoj, Kunal and Aman for all the efforts to actually develop this simple scan for all the RS warriors which they can use for this feature. And rest all the people who are supporting me, I'm always thankful to them for this initiatives which we discover as we go ahead with our RS journey. So that's the third thing which I wanted to cover up. So we are now done with 3 things: Wix, how I analyze it; cups, how I use it, and pivot table used with Excel, downloaded from Stockage applications with a small scan, which can help you to find sectors which will be emerging going forward. Okay, this is a very simple small thing which you can do end of the day. It just hardly takes 1 minute to do it. Everything is exported to Excel, and you click on pivot table and it's done. You know, it's as simple as that. Please make it a practice to practice this. I would welcome if better scans are available with you, where this output can be improved, can be even improved better, and we can find more better sector depths using it. That will be a great advantage to our RS group. 5,000 plus people we are today, and I wish that most of the people stay active and use it to their benefit in their investing journey. Done with three things. Let's move forward. Let me have a sip of a sip of water, and then I will move forward. सॉरी, मैं हिंदी तो भूल ही गया अभी मुझे याद आया. जिन लोगों को हिंदी में थोड़ा बहुत अगर क्लैरिटी चाहिए, व्हाट आई विल डू इज कि अगले वीकेंड पे जो डाउट्स आपके हैं, आप हिंदी में अगर समझना चाहते हैं तो प्लीज पोस्ट दोस इन एक क्वेश्चन में. आप पूरा एक शीट बना के आप मुझे डीएम में भेज सकते हैं, या तो मुझे आप ग्रुप में पोस्ट कर दीजिए. तो एक छोटा सा वीडियो, अगर आपको जो मैंने अभी तक समझाया उसमें अगर आपको किसी भी चीज का डाउट है, आई एम ऑलवेज देयर फॉर RS वॉरियर्स. तो अगर आपको डाउट्स है तो आप मुझे भेज दीजिए. तो इन डाउट्स को मैं पॉइंट वाइज जो है एक अच्छा वीडियो बना के आप सबके लिए ग्रुप पे पोस्ट कर दूंगा. दैट विल बी अगेन एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर RS वॉरियर्स. ओके, मुझे उन लोगों से कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है जिनको RS प्रैक्टिस नहीं करना है, जिनको RS वॉरियर्स ग्रुप में नहीं रहना है. वो लोग मुझे नहीं चाहिए. मुझे वही लोग चाहिए जिनको RS प्रैक्टिस करने में इंटरेस्ट है, जो RS वॉरियर्स में रह के कुछ कंस्ट्रक्टिव सीखना चाहते हैं और अपना नॉलेज एनहांस करके अच्छा इन्वेस्टिंग करना चाहते हैं. सो हेंस फॉरवर्ड, since we are already 5,000 people, maybe after 6 months we might be 7,000-8,000 people. My energies and my resource and my times is going to exclusively go behind RS warriors. Please take it very clearly for me. मुझे बहुत सारे लोग अगर चले भी गए और बहुत कम रहे तो मुझे कोई इश्यू नहीं है, बट जो रहेंगे that will be the filtered good RS warriors which I would really want my RS journey to go forward. तो मुझे क्वांटिटी लोगों का नहीं चाहिए, मुझे क्वालिटी चाहिए. सो प्लीज ऑल द RS warriors who are listening to me, I am not behind numbers. Numbers are like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, they will keep rolling. But yes, if you have faith in my approach, if you like my strategy, please be inside of the group and read all data what is been published from me, from some of the leading people who are practicing with me RS for over 20 months now. और उन चीजों को पढ़ के अपनी RS जर्नी को आप आगे लेके जाइए. That's my that's my intent and that's my interest with all the RS warriors जिनको excel होना है. ठीक है. Now the important thing जो मैंने काफी बार आप सबको मोटिवेट करने के लिए पोस्ट किया था, which I want to also take forward, is we are going to today discuss about alpha and beta. Okay, so as you might have heard, some people in the group might be knowing what is alpha, some people might be knowing beta, and some people might be knowing both of it. But for the sake of people who are listening to alpha and beta word for the first time, in the most simplest term, I would like to voice out how I myself understand alpha and beta. Okay, first let's talk about beta. Okay, now what is beta? Now we all know that stocks have, some stocks move very fast, some stocks move very slow. Take for example ITC, NTPC and some other stocks. They will be underperformers, they will move very slow, they will take decades, ages to move. They will move after many months and so on and so forth. Some stocks are super fast. You know, we saw many examples when Subex almost tripled in 6 months time, some months back. Trill was one example, transformers and activities which I had mentioned, VIP Industries. Now there are many stocks which are very quick. They move more than the index in terms of the speed. So we can broadly classify stocks very less volatile or more volatile, okay, in respect to the benchmark, which is Nifty, which we always practice, okay. So if the beta value for Nifty is 1, okay, and the beta value of a stock is 2, that means for every point the Nifty moves, let's say the Nifty moves by 5%, 4%, 3%, and the beta of the stock is 2 as compared to the Nifty, then the double the stock will move, okay. That is called beta. It can go the flip side also, it can go the upside also, but basically what I'm trying to put forward is a beta of 1.1 means the stock is 10% more volatile than the index. A beta of 1.2 is 20% more volatile than the index. A beta of 1.5 is 50% more volatile than the index. And a beta of 2 is 100% more volatile than the index movement, okay. Now the beta can also be below 1. So if the stock's beta is, let's say, 0.5, that is, if the index moves by 1 point, the stock just moves by half point. So it's low beta, okay, which is very important to understand. A stock which you want to invest into, it becomes eminent for an RS warrior to find out what kind of a stock's psychology is dealing. The individual stock psychology is displayed a lot when you track beta for your analysis, and that's what exactly how to use beta, that's what I'm going to show you today, okay. So see, normally I have this, I keep on switching with the tab button, these 4 screens which I use for my analysis, which I will show you first. As you can see, this is the first screen which I have this both RS and fixed reference for my analysis. Second screen, I have both the tools which I am going to introduce you today. One is A returns, the alpha returns, which I am going to disclose you today, and B is for beta, which will exactly show you what's the stocks beta which you are trying to look at, okay. So this is my second screen. This is my third screen. Obviously this was discussed earlier to you in my March webinar, how I track the intraday movements of 15 minutes in a stock, the demand supply, the P formation and all those things on the volume profile, which we use often in our analysis for many months now. Since March, many people I have seen have started using it. And this is the fourth screen where we actually plot 2 different things. One is Nifty and the stock itself, and try to figure out what's the outperformance or underperformance of the stock. So coming to the second screen, which I'm going to disclose you with today, this is the beta value, which I'm going to explain. So now, as you can see, I have some beta stocks which I wanted to show you all and how I interpret that. Let's take this first stock, which is Confidence Petro, then CG Power, VIP, CCN, as you can see all these names. Now, Confidence Petro, as you can see, when you, let me show you how to plot this. Again, this will be a proprietary tool and this will not be open for everybody. Only RS warriors will be able to use it. This has been again designed by our own Bharat trader, and B-RS. This is how you will see it when you search. I mean, this will not be searchable because it's a closed utility for our own group. So Niranjan ji will post a link for all of us on RS Warriors to download these 2 utilities which we are going to learn today, alpha and beta. And all the RS Warriors, please use it for your future analysis, and kindly ensure that you don't forward, copy paste or give it to others for using it, because it is very important to understand the concept first, get inside RS, get inside RS Warriors, and only then use these tools. Otherwise it's waste, okay. So please use it only and only after somebody has thoroughly understood it, and then they are trying to figure out and do some analysis based on this. So B/RS is what you need to get into your system, and you will see what's happening over here is, I will show you exactly what's the behavior. From 1st October 2020, this particular stock, Confidence Petro, turned below 0, below 1, which is now Confidence Petro, the movement of Confidence Petro is very less volatile and it is going low beta. Okay. Now normally as RS warriors, we look something which is above the 0 line or on the bullish side, but very honestly, when I've seen hundreds and thousands of charts, what I've figured out is institutional investors in general prefer to invest large sum of money when the stock is low beta. Please understand this. मैं हिंदी में दोहरा रहा हूं फिर से, जो बड़े इन्वेस्टर्स है, HNI बोलो, FII बोलो या बैंक्स बोलो, म्यूचुअल फंड्स बोलो, इनमें मैंने देखा है कि ये स्टॉक्स जो लो बीटा जोन में होते, बिलो 1 के नीचे, मतलब अगर इंडेक्स का मूवमेंट 1 है, तो जो स्टॉक्स लो बीटा जोन में होते हैं उनमें फर्स्ट थिंग वॉलेटिलिटी कम होता है, they move less volatile, which is a big advantage. And second important point is consistent uptrend. Out of, I can easily vouch for it, seeing what I've seen in many stocks. See, nothing is 100% ever in stock market investing, but as I have seen for this many years, many stocks, I can easily stand and vouch that अगर 100 stocks आप देखते हैं, तो उनमें से अप ट्रेंडिंग स्टॉक्स का अगर आप वॉटलिस्ट बनाएंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि 60% ऑफ द स्टॉक्स विल बी लो बीटा, अप ट्रेंडिंग फॉर अ लॉन्गर पीरियड. तो हमें एक पता चीज चलती है कि हमें कैसा स्टॉक पकड़ना चाहिए. अगर हमारे पास इन्वेस्टमेंट करने का मनी है और अगर हमको इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है, तो मैं अगर एग्रेसिव इन्वेस्टर हूं और मुझे डेली वॉलेटिलिटी से डर नहीं लगता है, मैं अगर एक्टिवली मार्केट को ट्रैक करने वाला हूं एवरी सेशन में, तो मैं 1+ वाले बीटा स्टॉक में जाऊंगा. अगर मैं इन्वेस्टर हूं, अगर मैं दूसरे बिजनेस प्रोफेशन में टाइम स्पेंड करता हूं, अगर मुझे पैसिव इन्वेस्टमेंट से मार्केट में से अच्छा रिटर्न निकालना है, इफ आई वांट टू बी एट पीस and get good investments out of market investments, then my personal preference will be for low beta stocks which are below 1. Okay. In this case, let's see what happens. Here you see Confidence Petro before 1st October 2020. Let me take this up way. Yeah, now you can see it more clearly. Confidence Petro before this 1st October 2020, ये स्टॉक फ्लैट जा रहा था, मतलब वो ट्रेंड नहीं कर रहा था. And just see the massive rally which has come into this stock once it has crossed this date, 1st October 2020. The beta value goes below 1, and from that particular day there is one-sided uptrend which is prevailing in Confidence Petro. See, this is one great example of how beta investing is being done, and as I can see when I use the measure tool, 503 days, 343 sessions, and the stock is already up 228%. So low beta stock getting consistent buying. You can see big spikes of volumes also, which are happening. What's attracting big money? I certainly feel one of the elements, see, apart from the fundamental, technical, all other aspects of our analysis, why not use beta for our own analysis, where we get low beta stocks which are a consistent uptrending one. Sitting idle, not doing nothing, just keeping with the low beta and keeping till the time it crosses above the 1 zone can give you this kind of returns. I mean, it sounds a little, too simple to digest, but then that's the reality. And as I said, more than 60% of the stock display this kind of characteristics. Let's see CG Power. Next stock. See the whole zone. I mean, just see, it turned low beta on 24th September 2019. And just recently in December 2021, it has gone above 1. Okay. So, I mean, just see the rally which the stock has put forward. VIP Industries. Where is the low beta starting? Okay, here we have low beta. 16th March 2020, price around 296, and right up to this point, where the price hit almost 550 plus, it was below 1. Okay, low beta stocks, as I can see, many stocks I have seen this pattern emerging again and again. I don't know if any other analyst ever has done this kind of a research, which I have tried to do for my own benefit, for all the benefit of RS warriors and for all the people who want to practice RS, that low beta stocks is what should be our preference if we are here for good passive income, growing our money. Okay, you see this CCL products again below 1, low beta stocks trending upwards all the way, no corrections, hardly anything. It's going one-sided. You can see that. Again, fine organics, low beta stocks below 1. I mean, there can be n number of stocks which we can discuss. But you see, even Gujarat Alkalis, it's a little volatile today. I mean, I have seen swift movements coming into the stock. But you just see, the moment it crosses above 1, it goes sideways. On 29th October 2021, the beta crossed about 1. It started drifting on the sideways, as you can see in this zone. And till the time it was low beta, I mean, it started over here on 20th October 2020 up to this point. Just see the massive move this stock has made in the low beta zone. Just a moment. Oh, sorry. Is it possible now? Yeah. Some people are not able to actually, zoom in, zoom out. मैंने थोड़ा zoom out ज़्यादा कर दिया था. So some people were not actually able to see it. But now I believe with this zoom in, there is more clarity, which you can see with on any stock with a low beta how the stock moves. Okay. Let's take 1 or 2 more stocks and then we'll take it forward. See, again, this is United Spirit. At this point on 2nd February 2021, the stock went low beta. There was a little bit of more drift, and then the massive rally the stock witnessed. And right up to this point, 24th January 2022, again the beta crossed about 1. So just see the low beta zone returns of the stock, and just experience how the stock starts to actually start consolidating or drifting lower when the beta value closes above 1. Okay, so until now, all the tools which I have showed you, all RS warriors, was basically seeing things which were above the 0 line. Now, for the first time today, I'm going to I'm asking you all to actually pick up things which are less volatile, which will invest, which will attract institutional money, which will attract HNIs to invest into the stock for a longer period. And then because of less volatility, even if there are market corrections, the stocks automatically will fall lesser because of low beta. So with low risk, you can pick RS positive stocks with low risk of low beta, and you can make good your investment, which is more peaceful and more rewarding in terms of stock picking. Okay. Some people might have a question next, sir, beta stocks को find out कैसे करें? So आज मैं आपके लिए उसका भी एक scan available है. There is one system which is today offering a scan for beta stocks, जो मैं आगे आपको दिखाने वाला हूँ. So please be calm. That's coming after the next utility which I am going to show you all. And that's exactly where, you know, it comes to a point wherein the exclusive utility which has been you know, developed, conceived, developed, and I'm very proud of Bharat Trader Niranjan ji for putting my ideas into the actual context of what I wanted to be plotted on the chart. And this would never have been possible without his insights and without his expert skills of developing something like this, which brings us to this utility, which is A-returns, which is alpha returns. Okay. So I explained you beta. Beta is all about the volatility of the stocks. Now what is alpha? See, until this point, what you all have understood is that a stock with RS positive has a fair good chance of getting good upside when the stock market is bullish. Okay. So if the market is bullish, RS stocks will perform even better than that. And maybe if the index moved by 10%, RS stocks will move by 20, 25% or 30% or more. Okay. So you all as RS warriors would be very happy that when the market is performing, my stock portfolio is going exceedingly good and it is giving me great returns. Okay. So let's say this United Spirit example and try to measure it out. So here we are, here we take the measure tool and we try to measure it. And what here with the measure tool we get is in 61 bars, 91 days, 58% is the up move. It's very clear. I mean, this has been showed to you in the previous webinars, how to use the measure tool to find out the exact performance of a stock. But this 58% is the actual percentage of the stock's uptrend. What matters is in this exact period, the way where we started and the way where we ended, in this exact duration, what was the index movement? So what happens is, let's say index movement is 10%. Okay, stocks movement is 20%. Then 20% is an absolute return. What is alpha? Please listen to this very carefully. What is alpha? Alpha is 20% stocks movement minus 10% index movement. Net alpha is 10%. हिंदी में मैं दोहराता हूं इस चीज को बिकॉज ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है सब लोगों को समझने के लिए एंड मैं सबसे सिंप्लीफाइड फॉर्मेट में ये समझा रहा हूं. अगर इंडेक्स जो है 10% मूव किया, अगर स्टॉक 20% मूव किया, तो स्टॉक का 20% रिटर्न आपको सिर्फ एब्सोल्यूट टर्म्स में दिखता है. इन रियल टर्म्स स्टॉक का रिटर्न क्या है? स्टॉक का रिटर्न इज 20% minus 10% index move, which is net 10%. ये लॉजिकल है, आप सब अग्री भी होंगे इससे कि जो मैं बता रहा हूं वो एब्सोल्युटली लॉजिकल है कि इंडेक्स के सामने मेरा रिटर्न कितना परसेंट एक्सीड हुआ उसका कंपैरिजन होना चाहिए. मेरा स्टॉक इंडेक्स के सामने आउट परफॉर्म कर रहा है या अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहा है, वो जानना मेरे लिए एब्सोल्युटली एमिनेंट है. तभी मुझे ये पता चलेगा whether I should be in that stock or I should switch to the next stock. Okay, so the metrics of demand and supply have been clearly tried to be explained to this level, the best possible level we could do for all of you in this next utility exclusively for RS warriors. Okay, A returns is the next utility which I am going to discuss with all of you. So I believe अल्फा क्या होता है उसका आपको क्लैरिटी अब आ गया होगा. अगर आपको फिर भी नहीं आया, आई एम देयर ऑन आरएस वॉरियर्स, कहीं मेरे साथ सपोर्ट जो लोग मुझे कर रहे हैं वो भी आपको एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे. सो देयर आर मेनी पीपल हु विल हेल्प यू आउट अंडरस्टैंड अल्फा. इट्स फेयरली सिंपल. See, the actual return of any stock always has to be adjusted, reducing the return of the index in that period, and that is very very critical because आपका नेट रिटर्न इंडेक्स आउट परफॉर्मेंस के बाद जो मेजर होगा, दैट्स द राइट एक्चुअल नेकेड रिटर्न व्हिच यू आर गेटिंग. ओके, I have selected some alpha stocks which I wanted to discuss just like the beta stocks, so I'm going to that hot list. I have some of the stocks which I have over here which I'm going to discuss with you. The most important thing is how to use the alpha return utility. Okay, for the sake of getting from the scratch, मैं क्या करता हूं, इसको ऊपर शिफ्ट कर देता हूं एंड लेट्स से पहले मैं इसको रिमूव ही कर देता हूं. ठीक है, पूरा रिमूव कर देता हूं. आप अपने फेवरेट्स व्हेन यू वांट टू यूज दिस यूटिलिटी, आप अल्फा ए रिटर्न्स करके जो है उसको आप अपने फेवरेट टूल्स में डाल दीजिए. ऐड दिस टू योर फेवरेट टूल्स. And then whenever you have wanted, alpha returns is there to guide you. You just click on that, and what you do is pick a, see as I'm doing it, you can see this hand thing, no? Pick a starting point and pick the ending point, which is the last candle, and alpha returns will be plotted for you. Okay, what I will do is I will expand this and I will go to rolling bars 1 as a starting point to explain you how this is measured. Now what is happening over here, just see, alpha returns is actually showing you, you see this bars on the green, on the red. The red bar means on 7th October, as you can see on the extreme right, this particular stock, Everest Industry, delivered an alpha of 2.75%. So maybe how did this figure come from? 2.75%. It came from maybe the index moved by 3%, the stock moved by 5.75%. So what happened is 5.75% minus 3%, and the actual alpha return is 2.75%. So now what you are seeing is pure exact return in correlation to the Nifty. हिंदी में मैं दोहराता हूं इस चीज को बिकॉज इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यहाँ पे जो रिटर्न आपको दिख रहा है, जो हम जिसको हम अल्फा रिटर्न बोलते हैं, वो निफ्टी के परफॉर्मेंस को डिडक्ट करने के बाद जो हमें मिला वो आपको दिख रहा है उस पर्टिकुलर डेट का. ठीक है, सी मैं यहाँ पे अगर सेटिंग्स में जाऊंगा, रोलिंग बार्स को अगर मैं 1 ले लूंगा तो एवरी ट्रेडिंग डे का मुझे एक रोलिंग बार दिखेगा. मतलब इस दिन को निफ्टी के सामने स्टॉक ने इतना आउट परफॉर्म किया, फिर 4 दिन के लिए उसने अंडर परफॉर्म किया, फिर 2 दिन के लिए आउट परफॉर्म किया, फिर 4 दिन के लिए अंडर परफॉर्म किया, फिर यहाँ पे 3 दिन के लिए आउट परफॉर्म किया, 2 दिन के लिए अंडर परफॉर्म किया. तो इस तरीके से अंडर परफॉर्म, आउटर परफॉर्म, अंडर परफॉर्म, अप परफॉर्म करके चलता है. नाउ मुझे ये सब तो दिख रहा है, बट मैं एनालिसिस कैसे करूंगा? हाउ विल आई कंक्लूड व्हाट आई एम सीइंग इन दिस पिक्चर? आपको यही क्वेश्चन होगा ना कि मैं कैसे कंक्लूड कर लूं यहाँ पे डिमांड है कि सप्लाई है. तो जैसे ही हम इस पॉइंट और इस पॉइंट को सिलेक्ट करके प्लॉट करते हैं, तो ये जो नीचे आपको दिख रहा है ये डेटा ऑटोमेटिकली प्लॉट हो जाता है फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू. See, this is a brilliant piece of data which can make a big dent to your investing journey. आप इसको seriously लीजिएगा. Everybody should take it very seriously and try to see as many as charts with this utility every single time you are planning to invest into a stock. Okay, even if you are invested into the stock, you want to find out whether my stock is in demand or whether supply is taking it over. Now what you get is, yesterday the alpha of this stock was 10.62%. One single day, the last candle is, see, as you can see over here, roughly 10.68 something will come. So exactly it is 10.62%. So yesterday this stock has performed huge. Number of days, see, this is the area. It starts from 7th October and ends at 18th February. In this area, the uptrending days were 47 and downtrending days were 46. So, which is a net of around 1, because 47 to 47 is a 1. Okay. Up, the stock, whenever it moves up, the total of all these green bars on the up is 147%. And the total of all these red bars on the down is minus 86%. I'm sorry. Net return 60.91% is the net alpha this stock is able to generate in this period, 7th October to 18th February. I mean, the sheer brilliance of knowing who is in control. I mean, who is batting? मैं ये question काफी बार पूछता हूँ, आप लोगों को मैं कई बार पूछ चुका हूँ. Who is batting? जब बुल्स बैट कर रहे हैं तो स्टॉक को इस पीरियड में 147% ऊपर फेंक रहे हैं. जब बेयर्स का बैटिंग आता है तो वो 86 रन बना के उसको नीचे फेंक रहे. और नेट क्या हो रहा है, 60.91% versus the benchmark is the outperformance of this stock. Imagine, it's huge. I mean, you are getting this piece of information which can be a landmark to decide the demand and supply of a stock in any damn period which you want to analyze for. Now, if I want कि मैंने तो इस स्टॉक में इन्वेस्टमेंट किया था, 7 अक्टूबर सर तो ले रहे हैं, पर मैंने इन्वेस्टमेंट किया था 3 अगस्त को, जो हमारा ARS डेट है. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, इसको मैं माउस से क्लिक करूंगा, छोड़ूंगा नहीं, आई विल गो बैक और मैं उसको जाके ड्रिफ्ट करके 3 अगस्त पे छोड़ दूंगा. तो अचानक से क्या होगा, नीचे का पूरा डेटा चेंज हो जाएगा. Yesterday अल्फा 10.62 वो तो सेम रहेगा बिकॉज वो लास्ट बार रहेगा. देखिए अभी ये क्रिटिकल डेटा है. अप डेज 67 डेज, डाउन डेज 71 डेज. ओके, अप डेज 67, डाउन डेज 71. बट सी द पावर, अप 176% ऊपर फेंका, डाउन 140% आया और नेट रिटर्न अल्फा आया 36%. Now this is the actual return of this Everest Industries stock for a period starting our ARS date 3rd August till yesterday. ये स्टॉक ने नेट रिटर्न 36% दिया. बुल्स आर इन फुल कंट्रोल ऑफ द स्टॉक और मेरा जो रिटर्न है वो आगे भी अच्छा आने वाला है as long as the down days make a dent into this stock. दूसरा एक चीज, ये स्टॉक का जो नीचे का ये ग्रीन है, ये ऑटोमेटिकली रेड में प्लॉट होगा जब ये नेट अल्फा माइनस में आएगा. तो आप लोगों को तुरंत ही पता चलेगा कि ये रेड में है, इसका नेट अल्फा माइनस में है, ग्रीन में है, इसका नेट अल्फा प्लस में है. As simple as that. Now, I have developed something जिससे आपका ये जो नॉइज है ना पूरा सिस्टम से बाहर आ जाएगा. मतलब आपको ये it will make a child's play for you to understand who is in control just seeing the visual of the stock. तो मैं इसके लिए क्या करूंगा, मैं इस सेटिंग्स में जाऊंगा, रोलिंग बार्स. मैं रोलिंग बार्स लेट्स से मैं अगर 5 लेता हूं तो ये क्या होगा, ये 5 करने से ये होगा कि एवरी बार विच ओपन्स वो 5 दिन के लिए उसी बार के ऊपर अल्फा को प्लस माइनस करता है। लाइव मार्केट में भी करेगा, ऑफ मार्केट भी आपको दिखेगा। तो जहां पे हमको 6% अल्फा दिख रहा था वो अभी हमको 23% दिख रहा है, बिकॉज के पिछले 5 दिनों में उसने 23% नेट अल्फा दिया है वर्सेस द बेंचमार्क। ठीक है, तो ये हमें पता चल गया बिकॉज कि हमने लिया रोलिंग 5 डेज। तो आज मान लो सैटरडे है तो हमारे रोलिंग 5 डेज कौन से हुए? मंडे टू फ्राइडे। ठीक है, मंडे टू फ्राइडे आर द लास्ट 5 डेज। अभी एनालिसिस ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए ना कि फ्राइडे को भी वो मंडे टू फ्राइडे ले, थर्सडे को भी वो मंडे टू फ्राइडे ले और वेडनेसडे को भी वो मंडे टू फ्राइडे ले। तो रोलिंग डेज का मतलब ये है कि जैसे आप एनालिसिस करने जाते हो फॉर एग्जांपल ऑन अ थर्सडे, तो वो कौन सा पीरियड लेगा? थर्सडे को रोलिंग 5 डेज का मतलब हो जाएगा उससे पहले के 3 दिन, मतलब वेडनेसडे सॉरी थर्सडे, वेडनेसडे, ट्यूसडे एंड मंडे, वो 4 डेज हो गया। और अगले वीक का फ्राइडे वो भी वो लेगा अपने एजम्पशन। तो रोलिंग का मतलब हो गया द इमीडिएट प्रीसीडिंग लास्ट 5 डेज। ठीक है, ये हो गया आपका रोलिंग 5 डेज। इससे आपको कोई भी बार में द इमीडिएट प्रीसीडिंग 5 डेज का एनालिसिस यहाँ पे अल्फा में दिखेगा और इससे नॉइज कट डाउन हो जाएगा। अभी इसको भी और कट डाउन करने के लिए व्हाट आई हैव डिस्कवर्ड इज इफ यू टेक रोलिंग एज 10 डेज, तो माय गॉड द फिगर, आई मीन जस्ट सी दिस विजुअल। यहाँ पे 3 अगस्त है और यहाँ पे ये सप्लाई जोन है, यहाँ पे ये डिमांड जोन है। ओके, अभी मैं बोलूंगा यहाँ पे सप्लाई है, यहाँ पे डिमांड है, तो डिमांड ज्यादा है या सप्लाई ज्यादा है? उससे पहले ये डिमांड आया था, उसके बाद सप्लाई आया, फिर से डिमांड आया, थोड़ा सप्लाई आया, फिर से कल सब डिमांड आया। तो ये तो हमें यहाँ पे क्लैरिटी मिल गया कि ये डिमांड वाला जो है वो ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा स्टॉक को फेंक रहे हैं, सप्लाई वाला है वो स्टॉक को थोड़ा थोड़ा नीचे लेके जा रहे हैं। तो भाई साहब बुल्स आर इन एब्सोल्यूट कंट्रोल ऑफ दिस स्टॉक, तो ये बहुत ही ऊपर स्टॉक को फेंक रहे हैं। ठीक है, इसको भी और क्लैरिटी लाने के लिए व्हाट वी हैव डन इज हमने यहाँ पे ट्रेंड बार्स करके एक सिस्टम डाला है। इसको आप समझने के लिए आई विल एक्सप्लेन मोर ऑन द ग्रुप, मैं वेबिनार में इतना डेप्थ में नहीं जाऊंगा, बट डिफॉल्ट सेटिंग को आप 3 पे ले जाइए और मैक्स बार को आप क्लिक कर दीजिए और ओके कर दीजिए। अब मजा आएगा। क्यों मजा आएगा? जस्ट सी, यहाँ पे द हाईएस्ट बार विथ हिट इज 26.19% alpha. Okay, then the demand gradually reduces, supply came, supply में the highest bar on the downside hit was 8%, demand 26% तक हाई गया, demand 8% supply 8% तक गया, more demand less supply. Next, demand hits 20.18%, just see the supply 13.66% maximum. So demand is 20%, supply is 13%. Demand आपके कंट्रोल में है, you keep invested with the stock. The stock here goes into a sideways zone. Just see, because ये बहुत ही छोटे बार से, they are very very less volatile periods wherein the stock is trying to actually figure out whether the bulls and bears are strong or weak. I would recommend every RS warrior कि आप उसी बार को वेटेज दीजिए जो 10 या 15% के ऊपर जा रहा, तो उसके ऊपर अगर आप वेट देंगे तो आपको क्लैरिटी ऑफ डिमांड सप्लाई ज्यादा मिलेगा। So the last demand which has hit, it has taken the stock up by 33% on the alpha. This one bar represents 10 trading past sessions, last 10 trading sessions. Okay, जहां पे हिट हुआ था 33% के पॉजिटिव अल्फा पे, और उसके बाद थोड़ा टूट सप्लाई आया और यहाँ पे 12% तक वो नीचे गया। ओके, एंड यू सी अगेन द डिमांड हैज टेकन। तो ओवरऑल पिक्चर ये उभर के आता है, आई मीन किसी छोटे बच्चे को भी आप जाके पूछेगा भाई साहब इसमें आपको डिमांड दिखता है, सप्लाई दिखता है, तो वो इमीडिएटली आपको बता देगा कि absolute control of bulls in the stock, and they are beating the benchmark like anything. Okay, ये सारा डेटा जो मैट्रिक्स है ना नीचे, वो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन हाउ मेनी रोलिंग बार्स यू टेक उसके ऊपर चेंज हो जाएगा. मैं स्ट्रांगली रेकमेंड आप सबको यही करता हूं कि रोलिंग बार्स को आप 10 पे लीजिए एज डिफॉल्ट. एंड निरंजन जी को इंसिस्टेंस पे मैंने बोला है कि जब भी ये प्लॉट हो तो सबसे पहला प्लॉटिंग जो है वो रोलिंग बार्स 10 के बेसिस पे ही प्लॉट होगा. बट अगर आपको एब्सोल्यूट रिटर्न देखना है, आपको एवरी सिंगल बार देखना है, तो आप इसको 0 से लेके 1 पे ले जाइए. तो आपको यहाँ पे एवरी सिंगल बार का मूवमेंट देखेगा, अल्फा में कितना प्लस है कितना माइनस है. अगर इसको आप 5 पे लेके जाएंगे तो लास्ट 5 ट्रेडिंग सेशंस क्या है, एक बार बनेगा और उसके ऊपर आपको अल्फा बीटा दिखेगा. और इसको अगर आप 10 पे लेके जाएंगे तो ये पूरा जो पिक्चर है ना वो आपको इतनी क्लैरिटी देगा कि आपको दुनिया का कोई भी स्टॉक दुनिया से लेके दे दो आप, मेरे को क्लैरिटी मिल जाएगा कि मेरा स्टॉक जो है वो आउट परफॉर्मर है या अंडर परफॉर्मर है, और मुझे इस स्टॉक में पोजीशन रखना चाहिए या नहीं रखना चाहिए. ये बटरफ्लाई करके दूसरा स्टॉक है, डिमांड 33, डाउन 13%, 12 13%, 11%, 22%, 13%, 33%, 13%. सप्लाई कहाँ है? सप्लाई इज कमिंग सो लो. मतलब जहां पे वो अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहा है तो घट बहुत कम रहा है और बढ़ बहुत ज्यादा है. इसको हमें एब्सोल्यूट टर्म में देखना है. 3 अगस्त हमारे ARS डेट ऑटोमेटिकली प्लॉट होके आ जाएगा हर एक चार्ट में, बिकॉज दैट इज द सेटिंग विच वी हैव प्लेस्ड. तो आप इसको लेके जाइए 1 पे और यहाँ पे ओके कर दीजिए, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि इस स्टॉक ने नेट अल्फा रिटर्न माने स्टॉक का टोटल मूवमेंट माइनस निफ्टीज मूवमेंट इन दिस सेम पीरियड उसने दिया है 46%. ठीक है, आपको अप डेज भी दिखेंगे, डाउन डेज भी दिखेंगे. यहाँ पे क्या सीन हो रहा है देखिए, सी एवरी वॉरियर हैज टू टेक इट वेरी वेरी कीली. यहाँ पे अप डेज कम है 65, डाउन डेज आर 73. लोग घबरा जाते कई बार, अरे मेरा स्टॉक तो बहुत दिनों तक परफॉर्म नहीं करता है, अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहा है, आज नहीं चला, कल नहीं चला, 3 दिन से नहीं चल रहा है, मार्केट चल रहा है, मेरा स्टॉक नहीं मूव कर रहा है. बट आप ये देखो, व्हेन अप जाता है तो टोटल आया 182% और डाउन जाता है तो टोटल आया 136% और नेट अल्फा रिटर्न आया 46%. क्या मुझे इस चीज से डरना चाहिए कि ये स्टॉक बहुत दिनों तक नीचे जा रहा है, ऊपर नहीं आ रहा है? मुझे कुछ डरने की जरूरत नहीं है. ओनली थिंग विच आई वांट टू से इज द नेट अल्फा ऑफ द स्टॉक एंड आई एम डन एंड डस्टेड. I will take questions on this, but this system is a breakthrough system which I have developed with great insights based on my past experience, and I have tried to give every single every single important thing inside so that you are able to clearly identify whether the stock is displaying demand or whether the stock is facing supply. Okay, I can go on and on and we can check many stocks, but we are already what, oh my god, 12:38. मैं overshoot already कर रहा हूँ. So there's still some things which I have to show you all. So I will go. Yeah, Birla Cable, one of the stocks which long term I am holding. A few of close associates of mine are holding. We made phenomenal gains in this stock. I had recommended on the group also some time back. It did underperform for some time and people were getting impatient with it. अरे सर ये तो 6 महीने तक चलता नहीं है, क्या करें इस स्टॉक का, रखे ना रखे. Many people were asking me. I said B का. Why? Just for the reason, यहाँ पे उसने last June में, when you see the alpha, I mean it hit 47% outperformance. इससे ज्यादा क्या चाहिए आपको? 47% ऊपर की तरफ उसने अल्फा जनरेट किया था ऑन द मैक्स. ओके, और डाउन गया क्या है 24%, हाफ ऑफ व्हाट इज जनरेटेड. नेगेटिव अल्फा मतलब जिन दिनों में वो नीचे गया तो नेगेटिव 24%, अप 46%. फिर आया साइडवेज का पीरियड जहां पे लोग उसको एजम्पशन कर रहे थे ये स्टॉक अंडर परफॉर्मर है, ये नहीं चलेगा, बट ये पीरियड को हम नकार रहे हैं बिकॉज ये अंडर 10 का है, ठीक है, अंडर 10 का है, इसलिए वी आर जस्ट लीविंग इट अपार्ट, तो इसको हम निकाल दे रहे हैं। और यहाँ पे देखिए फिर से क्या हो रहा है, 24% जब शूट होता है तो सप्लाई सिर्फ आता है 9% अल्फा, और फिर से ये कंसिस्टेंट डिमांड में है, कल भी डिमांड में था, और अल्फा इज 24.67%, नेट इज 117.55%। ये हो गया फॉर द अल्फा ऑफ 10 पास्ट ट्रेडिंग बार्स ऑन द रोलिंग बेसिस। अगर आप एक्चुअल नेट देखना चाहते हैं तो इसको 1 कर दीजिए, तो भी आपको पता चलेगा कि 3 अगस्त के बाद till yesterday the stock has delivered an alpha of a huge 15%। जिस मार्केट में पिछले 6 महीने में इंडेक्स वहीं का वहीं खड़ा है, बिरला केबल ने 15% अल्फा दिया। Isn't it great? I mean, be in the stocks which display demand। देखिए लोग आपको फंडामेंटल थियरीज देंगे, टेक्निकल टूल्स देंगे, जो आपको बताएंगे कि ये भाई साहब मूविंग एवरेज नीचे जा रहा है, ऊपर जा रहा है, ये एमएससीडी क्रॉसओवर हुआ, आरएसआई जो है ओवरबॉट हो गया, ओवरसोल्ड हो गया। आई मीन thousands of things will people tell you, but then who will give you the exact percentage calculations of what your stock's position is? Where are you standing? That's the critical question, and this is where it demystifies completely whether you should be in a position or whether you should not be in a position. It's very easy to identify, very easy to practice. All it takes from you is to keenly observe at least 100 charts on alpha and try to figure out how demand and supply pans out when we take rolling bar 10, that means almost like 2 weeks period, and we will get a clarity of who is in control and whether we should be with the stock or not. Any simple answer you want for your investment, it is out here on this tool. There's no better way I could represent this for you. This concept was in my mind, I was practicing it in many years, and it's just a matter of last 2 weeks that the whole concept, in association with Niranjan ji, I was able to actually create a tool for all of you that demystifies the whole idea of demand and supply in the stock for all the RS warriors. This utility is exclusively being pushed to RS warriors and nothing else, and it's coming free of cost to all of you. Yes, we have an NGO, you know it, I run it for education initiatives. For last 30 years my mother has been actively building educational institutions. We have been supporting thousands of students on education, and that NGO is a tax-free organization with zero profit motive goal that has been run, and we try to support thousands of students across the country for education purposes. So anytime warriors are getting good returns out of utilities which I'm giving you, they are most welcome to contribute to the NGO, so that thousands of children who are deprived of the basic education in our country can get this. Okay, so always an open platform. The link is always there on the pinned on the RS Warriors social group. So any day you can go there and contribute whatever you might be comfortable with me, and आप लोग जो है अपना गोल जो है वो इन्वेस्टिंग का इस यूटिलिटी से आप आगे लेके जा सकते हैं. Just see countable return and you will see, understand how it goes. Now let's take an example of PFC, which is an RS negative stock, and how the demand, the supply pans out. Just see this. You will easily understand. You see, the uptrend took 6% alpha, negative alpha 9%. Again, the pullback, take it 6% alpha, negative alpha 7%. Again, the pullback 3%, negative alpha 10%. You see, this is again the sideways period. Here also it is. Now, what will emerge out of this small, this is a flat kind of a period where the stock is passing through. And suddenly what will happen is, either there will be a big alpha bar which will be generated at one particular point on the green side or on the red side, and you will know whether the still supply exists or whether demand is started to picking up. Okay, as of now this is a sell side stock and this is not recommended. Yes, for dividend purposes it is obviously offering great dividends. As far as I know, in the next week there is a dividend of around 6 rupees coming for investors into the stock. So investments for the dividend purpose can be considered, but otherwise for investing purpose this is not the stock one should look at. So this is one stock which I showed you on the sell side, so that you also get to see not only demand but sell side supply is also clearly demystified using the alpha returns tool which I am showing you all today. Okay, so this is all about the alpha returns. Yeah, one small thing is, if you want, यहाँ पे when you click on benchmark alpha, तो benchmark का जो actual movement है ना वो plot हो जाएगा. ये जो आप देख रहे हैं ना वो निफ्टी का चार्ट है in line format. तो if you really want to compare कि यहाँ पे निफ्टी शूट हुआ, ये स्टॉक का क्या हुआ, यहाँ पे निफ्टी फॉल हुआ, ये स्टॉक का क्या हुआ, यहाँ पे निफ्टी शूट हुआ, तो आप चाहे तो इसको ऑन ऑफ कर सकते हैं एंड यू कैन बेंचमार्क को आप साथ में रख आप कंपैरिजन कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, वन एक्स्ट्रा थिंग, पीक क्रॉस्ड, इसको आप क्लिक करेंगे तो क्या होगा? व्हेन यू क्लिक ऑन दिस, व्हाट विल प्लॉट? देखिए, there will be the small dots which will get plotted. Okay, what are this? The simplest example of this is कि जो previous peak था किसी भी साइड अप या डाउन साइड, उस पिक को जब ये वायोलेट करेगा तो ये डॉट्स जो है वो प्लॉट होना शुरू हो जाएगा. Are you getting? जैसे यहाँ पे ये 6.64% का पहला लो था. ठीक है, उसके बाद ये पीक हुआ था बट ये 6.18% का हुआ था जो इससे कम है. तो जैसे ही 6.64% वायोलेट होगा तो यहाँ पे डॉट प्लॉट हो जाएगा. मतलब कि आपको पता चलेगा कि ये जो पिछला लो है उससे भी नीचे का नेगेटिव अल्फा जनरेट कर, फिर वो 9.38% तक जाता है और फिर रिट्रेस होना शुरू हो जाता है. फिर ऊपर जाता है तो कहां तक जाता है? ये जाता है 5.93%. तो अभी ये हो गया हमारा पिक. जैसे ही ये 5.93% को क्रॉस करेगा तो यहाँ पे ये प्लॉट होना शुरू हो जाएगा. आप are you getting what I'm trying to put forward? These dots are the new alpha low which are getting plotted. The low of the previous high of alpha. Here the high was 6.64. Here it was 6.18. So 6.64 matters. When the moment it crosses below 6.64, a dot will be plotted. Then one more dot, then one more dot, and then it is retracing. Now we have a new high 5.93, which will be again when violated, these dots will plot because it is 7.42%. It will go again. So and so forth. You know, it will keep continuing. What it will show you is when this series of dots are being plotted, you understand that the supply is getting more and more extensive. Okay, so one can take a call depending on if you want this analysis, you can do it. On the bull side also, this dots will be plotted. So here the low is 14.63%. जब ये क्रॉस हो गया तो यहाँ पे सबसे पहला जब बार बना तो इसने ये प्लॉट कर दिया, and then a series of plots which shows that the demand is hugely taking over. So 20.12% is the demand, alpha demand, and 8.81% is the supply. Again 40% is the alpha demand and the supply is still going on. Okay, so demand supply is how it pans out. See, the whole concept, if it doesn't get clear to you on the first instance, please, I recommend that you see this webinar again and try to understand it first. It's absolutely simple, but sometimes it might take a little bit of confusion for you to understand. But then once you are done with it, I mean, oh my God, this gives you so much of clarity. Nothing else can give you a better understanding of how demand and supply can be found out just on a histogram which has been developed for you people. Okay, I believe I've tried my best to put forward what I wanted to in this alpha tool, which was released for you. The link to incorporate alpha returns in your analysis is already been placed on your group on RS Warriors. So anybody inside of RS Warriors can right away click on that link, go to the trading view, and he will get that access, and he can add that tool to his favorites and start using it and exploring. You have the weekend at your disposal, and all of you can use this to your benefit and try to figure out where your stocks positions are with alpha analysis. Okay, now I will show you one real-time example of how I do alpha analysis. So we are already 12:50. Okay, we still have Q&A sessions. This is going to get a little longer, but I believe you all might be getting interested the more I show you. I will take it forward from here. Just let me have a sip of water before we proceed further. Okay. Let's take a Nifty chart over here so that I have it. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the previous screen. Okay. See, in our regular analysis where we use ARS and SRS, here in alpha, we can approach alpha with 3 different approaches. Okay. All of you, please give your absolute concentration on what next I'm going to explain you. And this will make a landmark change in the way you analyze alpha and the return of your stock going forward. There are 3 ways to measure alpha the way you want to analyze it. The first effective way will be, let's say today is 19th February and I have bought a stock on, let's say, 31st of December. Okay, I have a position in a stock on 31st of December. You all know I have a position in VIP Industries, and I've gone on the group also, mentioning that thing. So sorry, you know it. So basically what I will do is, I want to know from the day I took this stock, 31st December. This is just hypothetical. Actually, I have not taken it on 31st December, but for the sake of discussion, I am today taking it 31st December. So I'm an investor who is invested into VIP Industries, and I want to know, since 31st December, what is the real actual alpha return of VIP Industries. So what I will do is, I will select this, I will drag it, I will go to 31st December, oh sorry, yeah, 31st December, and yes. And second thing, I will do a small change, which is I will take this rolling bars from 10 to 1. Okay. Now, what I get is immediate net return VIP Industries has been able to generate, and which you can see it over here. Alpha, yesterday's alpha was minus 1.70%. The up days from 31st December were 18. The down days were 17. Net is 1.1. Up pushed it 48% roughly. Down pushed it 29%. And the net alpha of VIP Industries is 18.95%. That means from 31st December till yesterday, after adjusting the index gains minus that, the net return which VIP Industries was able to generate is 19%. Should I be with the stock? And the answer is yes. Why not? It is generating a net positive alpha. Why should I sell stock? See, there is no reason unless and until the net alpha is going below 0. Okay, it's turning red. It's going to underperform the Nifty's benchmark. So there is no reason I should sell it. Okay, so this is the first approach wherein I take the exact date from which I invested till the date yesterday and I try to find out the net alpha. So this is one of the approaches. Second approach, as we all know, we have an ARS date, which is 3rd of August as on today. So that's it's simple, which I explained earlier also. So we go to 3rd of August. Still I have to zoom out. Sorry. And I try to find out. So if I go by the ARS date, what is the alpha this stock is? You will obviously see 64 trading sessions on the upside, 74 trading sessions on the downside. Now this 64 plus 74 will be 138, which is our ARS count as on yesterday also. You can cross check. Okay. We don't need it anymore because we use the Bharat Trader tool right now, which automatically calculates our ARS and incorporates that on the indicator. But otherwise, this 64 plus 74 is the number of trading sessions the market has operated since 3rd of August, which is 138, and 138 is our ARS count. So see, even if the stock goes down more days and less up days, you don't have to worry because it is up 64 days, down 74 days. It is going down more days. But what matters is when it goes up, the up is 170%, down is 128%, and net alpha is 42%. From 3rd August, VIP Industries has been successfully generating a net alpha of 42%. Isn't it great? You should be with the stock. If you want to get a clarity of the demand supply, just a small change, convert this to 10 and you are done. Now you have the picture. 19% up, 9% down, 14% up, 7% down, 27% up, 10% down, 8%, 8% neck to neck. Last uptrend, 18, 19%. Let's wait for the down. We will act if this crosses below 19 or 20%. If that supply comes, then we'll think of doing something, a partial offload or maybe a full offload, depending on market situations. But as of now, complete demand. So no need to worry. The demand supply has been demystified for us on VIP Industries, and for the ARS date, we are done. Okay. So this is the second way ARS, SRS can help us to find out alpha returns. Now comes the third and the final way, which I want to propose all of you to use it at least once to find out what is the outperformance of your stock or what is the outperformance of the stock you want to invest in. So what I will do is, first thing is I will open Nifty. Okay. And what I will do is, on the Nifty, yesterday's close was around 17,276, as I can see over here. And I will start moving backwards on the left side to find out an equal bar, which closed around this point. So where do I go and find? This is one of the bars, but still on the left, I have one more bar. Then probably this bar. Okay. Then probably this bar. And here I have one more bar. And here I have one more. So on the left side, the farthest which I am going to get is this particular bar, which is 3rd of September. Now, the reason why I am taking this is, if you see the close of 3rd September, as you can see above, the close is 17,323. Okay. And if I take a measure tool from there to a close of yesterday, just see in 115 bars, 168 days, We are neck to neck, just 0.16% movement on the Nifty. Okay, so herein we have a scenario where Nifty is exactly at the same point it was on 3rd of September 2021. Okay, now can it not be done where we try to discover any stock which we are looking at, what is the alpha of that stock if we are going to measure it from 3rd of September till yesterday? Are you getting what I am trying to propose? हिंदी में मैं बोलता हूं, क्या ऐसा हम नहीं कर सकते हैं कि जहां पे निफ्टी 3rd सितंबर को था उसी प्राइस लेवल पे था जहां पे आज खड़ा है आफ्टर सो मेनी सेशंस व्हिच इज 168 days 115 बार्स, और वो हम वहीं पे खड़े हैं, तो क्या अगर बेंचमार्क फ्लैट है, फ्लैट मतलब कहीं पे नहीं गया है, 0.16% ऑन अ बेंचमार्क इज व्हाट, इट इज नथिंग, इट इज एज गुड एज फ्लैट। तो कोई भी स्टॉक जिसको हम एनालाइज कर रहे हैं, क्या हम उसको 3rd सितंबर 2021 से मेजर करके देख सकते हैं? तो हमें पता चलेगा कि ये स्टॉक आउट परफॉर्मर है या अंडर परफॉर्मर है कि नहीं? Absolutely, it's possible, and that's the beauty of using A alpha in a different mode. Apart from your investment date, apart from the ARS date, this is the third way of looking at an alpha of a stock from a day where Nifty was exactly where it started and it is exactly after 6 months where it is. Okay, I will go to the next thing and I will try to show you how. Let's say we take again Everest Industries, which we discussed earlier. All I need to do is go to 3rd September and just a moment. I am there. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So now I have an 10-day rolling basis alpha of Everest Industries, and what I am saying is first I will see what's the actual alpha. Okay, so I will take it this to 1, and now what I am getting is alpha yesterday was 10.62%. The up days were 57 days, the down days were 59. The up thrust was 156%, down was 101%, and net alpha is 54%. That means that huge outperformance from Everest Industries from a point where Nifty just didn't move, and the stock is 54% plus from that date. Ab sirf, I mean, think of it as an RS warrior. Just think of it. If a flat market which hasn't moved for 6 months can generate an alpha of 54% on this stock, okay, what will happen after maybe 2 months and the index moves plus 5% or plus 10%? How much can be the huge potential of the move in this stock? It can be massive. In a sideways market, when the stock, I mean the broader index, the 50 largest benchmark stocks, when they are not moving, this stock is able to generate a massive alpha. What happens if the index actually starts moving? I mean, I have I cannot express beyond this. This is a massive outperformer. One can't cut a single shares position into this stock unless and until supply takes over, and you have to be with this stock. Okay, if you are invested, huge. To remove the noise, what I will do is I will take the rolling bars to 10, and boom, you have it. I mean, just see the small pity demand it has seen for a few sessions, a sideways move, and we had a 33% alpha beating return in this zone, which was 6 December to 14 January. a little bit of similar, I mean, a supply which is all as good as nil, again use demand picking up, again use demand. I mean, absolute bliss to be, with this alpha returns, nothing can be as simpler as this, wherein you get the exact calculations of how, and the beauty lies in, there is nothing like you have to take 3 months period, you have to take 6 months period, you have to analyze any stock on 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 1 week, 2 week. You decide on the date from which you want to find out the alpha of the stock, and we have given a tool to you which just needs scrolling with your mouse to that date till the last date, and you are done with finding out the exact return, exact alpha return of the stock. I can't think of a simpler way one can do this, but this is the best I could do for all of you, and I hope that sincerely you will use this tool for your future investments, and for many thousands of people who will use this and be a better investor with least distraction in your mind, with least worries in your mind, and being a happy, confident investor investing into stock market. See, my mother from my childhood always, sorry, has always guided me to one thing, that money is always to be made with absolute bliss inside. Bliss is important within you. A money which is made stressfully, a money which is made with deteriorating your health, money which is earned doing wrong things in life is not worth a single dime earned. When you earn something which is pure bliss, which is without the stress in your life, it doesn't matter you earn 5 lakhs or 1 CR. What matters is how you earn it. And this kind of strategies which I am showing you today will give you absolute bliss in life to be a terrific investor who is not worried of intraday, small term, or 1 week, 2 week movement. Use these tools to your advantage so that you are an absolute confident investor who knows where he stands versus the benchmark. And that's the whole idea which I am trying to put forward to all of you today with this webinar. I hope I have tried my best to explain you how this performs. Further discussions we can take forward in our sessions going forward in RS Warriors group. Me and my frontline warriors who are supporting me endlessly on this journey are always there to answer your questions. And one small request for all the new RS Warriors who join us, please just don't start asking basic questions on the group just because you want to know it. See, on the Telegram, there is an exceptionally good feature of search which can be used to find out keywords which you are looking for answers. Suppose you are looking for ARS, type in the search ARS and you will get many highlighted answers to how ARS is been plotted or which is the ARS currently. Similarly, for any topic, when new RS Warriors come inside, use the search feature. For months, we have given so many answers already inside the group that all it takes is a little bit of search effort from new RS Warriors to find answers to what they are seeking. And yes, definitely when there are questions which have not been answered, we try to answer each and every one because it has not been answered in the past. Okay, that's all I have to say for today. Swati ji, Vivek ji, if you are there, we would like to go with the Q&A session. I have tried my best to put forward what I wanted to tell you. शायद मेरा सेशन थोड़ा लंबा चल गया सो okay. Let me I hope I have a small break because I have been talking to you for almost 2 hours now. So a little bit of break for me is a welcome thing to my throat. Just a moment, please. Please hold on. Yeah, I'm back. A little small break from me. Fine, fine. Okay, I'm getting so many questions. Let me see what's coming on the screen. I'm seeing yes. Please clarify.
In the meantime, let me just quickly announce related to the recording of today's session. So let me all tell you, my listener, that today's session of Primalg's will be uploaded by 5 p.m. under the Elan Markets account. So what you have to simply do is you have to log into elanmarkets.com. Once you log in under my webinar section, you will find the recording of today's session. Okay? Also, if you're not being added to the WhatsApp or not added in the Telegram group of RS Warrior, do not worry. We have sent you the details how to be get added to the RS Warrior group in the Telegram. So all the requests that we receive, maximum by 22nd of Feb, that is coming Tuesday, we will be able to add all the requests that we have received. Only after the verification is done in terms of the email ID that you will send it to us in the Telegram number, we will check that whether that email ID through that have you taken any of the webinar of Primalg's or not. I hope this two query which was mainly coming up, I have addressed that. If there is any problem, you can always connect back to us at support@elanmarkets.com. So Primalji, you can start taking up the questions now.
Yes, yes. I would like to add to this a small thing that see, the group RS Warriors is a complimentary thing which we are offering every person who is subscribing to the webinar. Okay, it's a complimentary thing. Basically, when you paid for the webinar, it is being paid for the webinar and not for the group. Okay, I have in the past experienced some people who have tried to post negatively on the group and they have been removed also from the group. Some people who have created their own groups and appointed people to publicize negatively forever on their group about RS Warriors. Such people have also been removed from the group. So please, all of you note that RS Warriors group is a complementary thing to every single person who subscribes to RS webinar, which I am doing in association with Elon Markets. And there are admins on this group who constantly look for any person's comment which violates the terms and conditions of usage of the group. If you are caught speaking something which is negative, which is against the group's sentiment, which is not constructive, which is publicizing your business out of it, or doing anything which is not in the interest of the group, your enrollment to the group will be immediately discontinued. This is very important to understand. Anybody who is taking up the subscription is not paying a single penny towards enrollment to the group. The group has been created with the only intent of expanding your knowledge with time and giving you concrete answers to difficulties which you face. In no way can it be used to take screenshots, put those screenshots into other groups, forward messages from the group, or do any kind of activity which is objectionable. Please, I again and again request you, be very honest to yourself and support a community of 5,000 people. Tomorrow we might grow to 7,000, maybe after a year we might be 10,000 people, but it's very important that we have complete harmony in the group and nobody ever posts anything which demotivates or disturbs the sentiment of it. I hope I am very clear on this. Yes, there is this very one critical thing which I was going to show, the beta scans which are available, and my apologies that I forgot it. So before taking Q&A, I am going to show you this beta scans first, how I am using it right now, so that everybody can practice it in future. Now there is this one small platform which is TickerTape, tickertape.in. Okay, you go to this. Please all note that this subscription of this platform, it roughly costs around 700-800 rupees a year to actually use it. Oops, I am logged out, so I will have to go to my mailbox and get a login for myself. Just a moment, please hold on. So if you want to find a scanner which is for low beta stocks and which have performed great alpha, then there is a utility available in this scanner, which is tickertape.in. Okay, you can go there and do it. Let me go to my mailbox. Oh my God, this is landing somewhere else. Oops. There is this small thing about TickerTape that when you log out, somehow when you only go back to your email box and click on the link, it logs you in. So there is no user ID password kind of system over here. Only thing is it sends you a link to your mailbox, and then when you are done with it, it gives you the access. So I am going to do that again for me. You can see that it is giving me a link to log in, and I will use that link. And I will be inside the access area. This is a very small cost. 700 rupees, 800 rupees a year is what, 80-90 bucks a month. So it's a small price to pay for what it gives. I have no association in any ways with TickerTape. If you want, you can take this subscription to find stocks. Okay. So what I will do is I created one. So you go to screener, and then you create one screener for you, wherein you add filters of what you all want in your screener. And I have already predefined one screener for me, which is alpha and beta, which I have named myself. And I have 6 filters which I have picked up from add filter. The first is stock universe, which stocks I want to scan. Sector, if I am looking for some sector, we saw in one of the utilities that agriculture is picking up. So maybe if you want to look at agriculture and agriculture sector is an option over here, then you can search in it and get agricultural stocks. Market cap, I normally take a market cap of 500 CR and above. So I take market cap as my default. Stock universe, I am not selecting, I am just selecting the market cap. 1 week return versus, okay, 1 week return versus the Nifty. What we'll do is that we'll go to the Nifty's chart and let's see what's the last 1 week return of Nifty. It is 0.57%. Okay, as I can see it. So what I'll do is 1 week return, I will keep it at 0.60%. Maybe I will take it at 1% or more. Okay, and up to let's say 20%. And I'm done with this. Okay, I got it. Now comes the beta part. The beta, what I explained to you. What we follow is a beta value from our ARS date. Okay, see in this beta, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention you this, but it's my duty to show you this, that in my beta values which I'm taking, basically what I'm doing is length of beta RS. So I'm taking my ARS date as 138 because that's the count we are on right now, and 138 is the beta for which the past data is been checked by this tool to measure the volatility, 138 trading sessions, and the beta value has been defined to us. Okay, so for the beta we are going to take length of beta RS as our ARS values. So tomorrow on Monday, if it is 139, we'll take 139, then Tuesday we'll take 140, and so on and so forth. So just a manual effort to put this length into practice and add 1 to it every time you want the beta. Okay, so here the beta formula is a little patented by themselves, so we don't know exactly what length they are taking, but yes, definitely we know that the beta scans are available. Okay, so you can select by default low beta, medium beta, or high beta, any of these three. First point. Or you might say that I only want a medium beta. What is medium beta? Something between 0.60 and 1. So it's below the Nifty's performance, 0.60 and 1. So now you have the point, exact point where you have to look at stocks. Beta is done. 1 day return, 1% to 20%, anything in the positive side you can select. 6 months return. What we do is our SRS takes 6 months, no? So what you do is find out the SRS performance, and here is our last SRS which is being plotted right now, and we go there and we measure it. So sorry, this is the NB ranges. I'm sorry. Here it is. So from here to here. So in the last 6 months, the benchmark has just moved by 3.86%, as we can see with the measure tool. So for the 6 months, if I want an outperformance, first thing is I will take 4% plus. Why? Because benchmark has moved by 3.86%. I want something like 4%. And on the higher side, I would take something like 40%, because that sounds pretty reasonable. I can take anything more also. I can go up to say 100%. Fine with me. I will have some more stocks. So 6 months return is done. 1 week change in the volumes. So if you are looking at volumes, low, medium, or high volumes can again be selected. When you select high volumes, it will give an output which only takes high volume stocks into consideration. When you select medium volume, it doesn't show any stock. Low volume, no stocks. So we have only high volume stocks over here available right now. and alpha. See, we have beta and now we have alpha. Okay, so I want a positive alpha. I am going to take alpha of plus 2% up to 200%. You can go to anything. Okay, so this is all done. So alpha and beta we both have, and now automatically these are the results which we are getting. Okay, so yesterday scans using all these filters, what it all shows is these are the 4 stocks which fit all these parameters. Okay, so let's say we want to cross check, we'll go to Voltas Limited and try to find out what is it showing. So we go to Voltas Limited. Yeah, use our performance, as you can see over here, and yeah, just see this stocks beta falling down. You see this below the 0 line, it's going down. And see, the beauty is the more this beta goes down, the better the stock is started to perform. You see, this is how institutions might be thinking, because nobody has started even to think in this direction, and we are already trying to notice things which we want to see. And we have these rolling bars of 10 automatically selected and demand supply have been plotted, and you can see 22%, 4%, 6%, 10%, 8%, 2%. See, these are sideways zones. These are sideways zones. The stock is right now is in a zone which is of low volatility, and the alpha beta is also, it's going flat. What's important is something which crosses above 10%. And when it crosses 10%, the alpha has to be given due weightage. And at that point, we have to see the pullbacks. Because if the 10, 20 or 30% is the alpha and the pullback is 8, 9 or 10%, I mean, it's completely the strength into the picture. So Voltas is a plus alpha stock. Yesterday it gave a beta of, alpha of 2.81%. The net return is 1.97%, 197% on a 10-day this thing. On the net basis, here also when you see it from 3rd September, which is the exact Nifty level where it was 6 months back, the net alpha is 15.40%. So it's a strong stock, obviously, So that's the way you get it, and you have to figure out the rest of the things. So alpha and beta kind of a scanner, if you want, you can take a screenshot of this thing, or you can take a picture of this thing, and on the tickertape.in you will get the alpha beta things for your filtration process, and you can easily filter out stocks. Now if I do a small change, wherein I just remove the market cap and I do a reset, a whole bunch of stocks will come more, because suddenly that 500 CR market cap is flown out, and then we have more stocks which you can, if you want, you can analyze. Also on the alpha beta, on the sheet which pans out, you can actually click on the alpha beta, and you can in ascending or descending order, the list of stocks which has the lowest beta till the highest beta, you can rearrange them. So all the 6 filters which you take over here, they all are available here also, on which on ascending on descending format you can try to figure out. See, if I want the highest alpha stock, I will do a reverse thing, and Jindal Capital will come with the highest alpha of 89%, Himachal Fibers 45%, and so on and so forth. Coming to the lowest alpha, Tinkler's Hotels, Jayshree Chemicals, these are some of the low alpha stocks which are just started to perform, or which are giving a low alpha return, and these are high alpha return. So based on your own beliefs and understanding, you can mix and match and pick up stocks, or maybe even see all these stocks together, all these 13 stocks, and try to figure out which is the best candidate for you to invest. It's all possible and doable. Endless opportunities with alpha beta on your side. It's how you explore, how much you practice, and how you invest further using them for your own benefits. I think we'll take the question answer again, and let me go to the questions. Oops, let's pop out. Okay. Shayad the speaker after me must be thinking, Premal bhai, go home. It's my turn. What's the question? Any screener on charting? No, as of now, Svetal Shah, we don't have a screener on charting which we have made on Alpha Beta. But definitely in the times ahead, we will have something from charting, and we will try to figure out what best we can do for Alpha Beta on charting. Give us some time. For RS Warriors, we'll try every single thing which is easily available. Okay. Sir, how do you decide SRS date? Mr. Malay Pathak, please, I request you. These are the questions which can be answered from the September 2020 webinar. Give it a little time, you will get the answers for this question. Premal bhai, how do you change the screen with different indicators? Just with the tab button. See, I believe the free version has 2 screens which are available. With the paid versions, you get 4 screens which you can jump. Okay, and Google it. There is one particular browser also wherein if you invest, you can merge 4 tabs together, and you can have a similar kind of a feature in the free version also. I have seen it some days back. I don't remember the name of that browser, but then that is possible also. Harshal Damle, great tools. Having said that, going forward, how to take new positions in RS positive stocks based on capital allocation. Harshaji, I mean, see, till now RS Warriors were just looking at RS positive stocks. Okay, I was giving you all time to practice RS for all this time, because if I merge too many tools and techniques for you, it will make things complicated for you. But now, with you being an RS Warriors, and if you have the experience, now you have an added advantage on your side, wherein you can also find the alpha beta of the stock and further boil down to selecting a better stock. Okay, suppose you have in a scanner, let's say 10 RS positive stocks. For all the 10 positive stocks, what you do is you go and find out the alpha and the beta. Now, out of the 10 stock, if there are 2 stocks which has a beta value of less than 1, so a low beta stocks which is generating a positive alpha, those 2 are your best candidates to invest into. Are you getting what I'm trying to tell? A positive RS stock with a low beta value, with a terrific positive alpha value, is your best investment pick to choose from. Okay, that's how you scan it. What are the other good questions which I am getting? Please be very, don't go very stock specific. Let's be very strategy specific, because what matters is a strategy, not a stock. I mean, it's endless. 4,000 plus stocks are listed. This is my first session from RS, from basic to advanced is covered in any. Kamal Bharatji, see, for again I am telling, for all the new RS warriors, प्लीज आई स्ट्रांगली रेकमेंड, अगर आपको हिंदी में चाहिए तो आप जून 2020 वेबिनार ले लीजिए. अगर आपको इंग्लिश में दिक्कत नहीं है तो इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर टू गो विद सितंबर 2020 वेबिनार. I mean, see, it's a small investment for what you all will understand in the 3 hours of conversation which I have put forward in that webinar. Okay, amazing content. Everybody has loved it till now. Just go and see the feedbacks people have posted on Elon Markets, and you will be inspired to subscribe to that webinar and watch it once. And that's how where your journey should start. Please go to step 1, step 2, and step 3. Step 1, September 2020, March 2021, step 2, and this is step 3, wherein you learn something advanced for how to figure out RS positive stocks with alpha and beta in your kitty. What is it? The additional information, yeah, Sanjay Roy ji, let's take his question. Oops, where is it? Oh, gone. Oh, my God, so many questions. Even before I read it, now the screen is scrolling so fast. Yeah, Vaibhav Sharma ji, once you decide to enter a stock, do you enter in a staggered manner or one-time lump sum? Yes. See, the question here is how much confident you are with the stock which you have just researched. Okay. I strongly recommend that unless and until the point comes when you are 100% sure of your analysis, one should always go in a staggered manner. Okay. In fact, for RS Warriors, I have always proposed a investment manner of 40%, 40%, and 20%. That's the best way of doing your investments for people who are evolving themselves with RS strategies. Okay. As for me in person, I normally go 60, 80, or even 100% at one time in one stock. But that's because I have complete control on my analysis on various parameters, and I have my own conviction which matters to me the most. Okay. So it's own belief, understanding, and conviction where it boils down to, and depending on that, you can either go with staggered or one time. Please test Varroc Engineering, Vikramji. Let's not get into stock specific things. I mean, I have showed you the tools and techniques. Everybody can go and use it to his benefit. The tools which I have shown to you and find out more. I am requesting Vivek Bajaj sir to build scanner for low beta stock in stockage application as early as possible. Why not? Why not? Kushagra Saxena, I will take this forward, and yes, we'll see definitely we can what we can do for it. See, these discoveries are something which are made by me over a period of time, and slow and gradually, just like ERS and SRS today are part of the stockage scans, many other things will keep coming from me into the stockage scans also. And rest assured, till you are with me on the RS journey, you will not have something which gives you a little bit of disadvantage. Everything will come to you with an advantage point of view. Jai Gupta asked is, when will you start to invest? When alpha is negative. Oh my God. Alpha negative में नहीं जाना है. Beta negative चाहिए 1 के नीचे. Please don't get confused. Why would you want to invest in a stock which is alpha negative? Alpha negative means the stock इंडेक्स के परफॉर्मेंस को भी अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहा है. अच्छा, उसका बहुत अच्छा फंडामेंटल है, बट इंडेक्स को भी बीट नहीं कर रहा है. वुड यू वांट दैट प्लेयर इन योर टीम? जस्ट थिंक ऑफ इट. Please don't do these things to you. You always stay with demand. We as RS Warriors, we love demand, and every single time we invest for demand. Okay, the money which see, past webinars I have told many times that when you go to a 5-star, you don't bargain for price. You demand service, you demand top-notch quality, and you demand the product for which you have gone to a 5-star. A RS positive stock is a Tendulkar in itself. It always and always is a strong stock. That is why it is RS positive. And never ever be afraid to pay a higher price for a 5-star. Okay, that's how the psychology is. The retail psychology is normally 90% of the people, they want to buy cheap. But buying cheap doesn't mean giving you great returns. Buying cheap means that you are buying something at values, but values don't justify demand, and it might take you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years time to actually generate positive alpha. Please don't do it to yourselves. Somebody named Avni. Is it applicable to weekly time frame? Why not just stick to daily time frame? I mean, what is the harm? I have always vouched and stood up for daily charts. Daily, everything which I do is on daily analysis, and that's where the crux of the whole RS concept which I practice lies. So please practice on the daily charts. Chetan Kumar Pateli. Oh, you are one of the most active in our RS warriors. When stock is RS positive, but beta is high, what to conclude? Just a moment, just a moment, just a moment. Let me. Yes. Okay. Got it. See, when the stock is RS positive, but the beta is. Sorry, what was the question? I forgot. Oops. Chetanji, we'll take this conversation on the group forward, because I think because of the lots and lots of questions, I am not able to locate it. We'll take one or two more questions, because I have a intimation from the Elan Markets team of winding up this session. We have overshot it a lot of minutes, so I'll take the last two questions and then we'll close this session. Okay. Aditya Bajaj ji, how low beta stocks will be ARS and SRS positive in long run? Aren't RS and beta opposite? Absolutely not. See, RS is strength in the stock. Beta is volatility in the stock. What we are using beta is to just figure out how volatile the stock is versus the benchmark. Okay. So there is absolutely no assumption to believe that ARS positive, RS beta negative, how will it go? Absolutely nothing to worry. We are okay with it. I have shown you some examples of great stocks which have given terrific returns on low beta stocks, just because they turned RS positive. And that's exactly what you are supposed to do. So don't get confused with it. Okay. Okay, Chetanji is back. Beta is high. Okay. Okay, RS positive stock and beta is high. Then probably it's a little bit of concern, because I have seen traditionally 60% of the stocks which have low beta, they perform better. That doesn't mean that 100% they don't perform, but the probability of a stock when it crosses high beta, it goes down just to 40% of the stocks which perform. So it's a personal take where you have to decide. If you are okay with that 40% probability, you can continue investing till it gets RS positive. If it doesn't suit your own psychology, then maybe you can start to offload it partially. Okay, that's how you go about it. I hope I tried my best to address to some questions, although it was a short session because of the time constraint, and my next speaker who is waiting for the next session, I have to give him due justice. As always, my sessions go a little more longer and I always speak a little more. विवेक जी ने पहले ही बोला था कि प्रेमल भाई थोड़ा ज्यादा बोलते हैं, but I always try to give 110%, you know, and that's how my nature is. By nature, I'm a person who always wants to deliver the maximum, and just like I pick up RS positive stocks which give me phenomenal returns, I want every RS warrior to gain phenomenally from the knowledge which I give you in each of the webinars which I do with you. Once again, thank you for the thunderous response of pre-booking the webinar. I was today morning seeing more than 1100 plus people who have pre-booked this webinar. So much that Stockage and Elan Markets team had to completely stop taking new registrations 5 days before this webinar was being launched. And all credits to RS for what I have been empowering you all with. RS warriors, especially the frontline RS warriors who are supporting me today in this venture, and let's together grow and evolve to be better persons in life who can be helpful to their families, and also people, thousands and millions of Indians who still need education as a basic necessity in our lives, in their lives. Okay. Thank you so much for giving me a chance again to talk to discuss with you and share my strategies. I'm always there for you, and thank you so much. I'm ending this conversation over.
Thank you, Premalji. Let me tell you that you are truly a great soul, and thank you for taking up my invitation to be one of the key speaker for this Super 6 event, which is in association with Kotak Securities. So Premalji, I just have last question for you here. So Premalji, we could see that there are a lot many questions coming in, right? So how do we ask our listener to post this query? So do you want them to put us the query in the email, or do you want us to add them into the RS Warrior and then they can post their question there in the Telegram channel?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Please go get yourselves to enroll to RS Warriors. Elon Markets team always and always is enrolling to every subscriber who has paid for the webinar to the RS Warriors group. So please get yourselves enrolled to it. Post your queries on the group. If the query is really new one which needs an answer, we will definitely answer your query. Okay. On the email you can, but then I receive so many emails every single day that practically it takes a longer time for me to answer to those emails.
Right. Thank you, Premalji. And to the listeners who are waiting to join up the next session, I'm really sorry you have quick 15 minutes to take your lunch. Please do it quick, and let's get connected with the next session of Mr. Shiva. He's even super excited to give you a lot of learning. Let me also tell you that, any one lucky winner from Premalji's session will get a chance to meet Premalji, and this is completely from his side. So Premalji and his team going to take care of the travel part, stay part for you if you are dropping in to meet Premalji. So one lucky person will be done. Also, the one who have taken the entire Super 6 event, that is the 2-day event, for them, there will be one lucky winner for whom eLearn Markets gonna take up the opportunity in terms of taking care of your flight tickets, stay, and meeting your favorite expert out of the 6. Yeah, so I hope you're super excited, and stay tuned with us till 7 p.m. and we'll try definitely to give you a longer break in between as and when we proceed. Yeah, so thank you, Premalji, and this is Swati. I'm the head of customer delight for eLearn Market and Stockage. आप शायद मुझे जानते होंगे, पर मैं आप सभी को बताना चाहती हूँ that I really love each one of you for trusting me and trusting eLearn Market and Stockage. So thank you, Premalji. Thank you, दिल से आपको.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's absolutely a pleasure to be with eLearn Markets, Team eLearn Markets, and Swati Jaiswal. You are a terrific host as always.
Okay. Thank you, Premalji. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.